Podcast. Rideshare. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between.
Hi guys, welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventure Podcast. What's up, Sam?
Hi.
What's going on?
That music's very loud.
Okay.
It's amazing music, though.
Is it loud now?
Pumped up.
Yes.
It's
fading,
yeah.
but it is still very loud.
Jeez.
Like, way
Sam's
too
been in
loud.
bed being sick.
But it wasn't going to be on there forever.
I know, but still.
Oh
that's
my
very
goodness. So, hi guys, welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventure Podcast. Sam's a little under the weather and the music's loud for her. Okay, Boomer. This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, just east of 131 off of 44th Street.
We are so thankful for all of our sponsors, and it's really exciting to see more and more chime in saying they want to sponsor our show. So thank you to all of our sponsors, current and future. My name is Ben Crocker. I am one of the rideshare drivers in this ragtag rideshare group. And joining me tonight, of course, we have the one and only Jason, the rideshare daddy, Thierry.
I don't think that's ever been said on this podcast, has it?
I just broke that seal. Yeah. And and of course, Samantha Hannum, a.k.a.
Don't say
Sam.
it. Yeah, say don't you say it.
Why not?
That's the surprise they get when they join the Telegram chat.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, your handle.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't say that on the air.
Yeah.
Go
Probably
ahead.
better not to.
And-
no.
I like Chris. 905, 910. Just call him get your panties out of your crotch.
And, of course, Jesper. Do you have a handle on Telegram, or is it just Jesper?
Fountain of Youth.
That's right.
That's right. I didn't make that up myself.
Well, you
So-
had to add it in there.
No kidding. So, welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast.
It's good to be back.
That it is. And apparently, I am all up on my mic.
Yep. Just thought I'd throw that on there so everyone can see. So it's
Yeah.
okay. It's good.
Cool.
Yeah.
So where are we at here? Oh, stories since the last pod. Oh, that's Ben. No, that's Jesper.
That's Jesper. Let me see
Do
now.
we want to talk about our...
We can talk about the weight loss contest. I mean, you can't enter it now. Jesper's
Right.
already thrown the bag in. 'Cause
I'm
it's-
out. I'm
it's
out. My
skip.
scale broke. Damn it.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to throw it in.
Yeah. I mean,
I
we
had
would
to.
have given
That's
you...
the rules.
We would have given you leniency for the
We're
week if
pretty
you just bought a
flexible.
new scale.
Yeah, it's
I bought a new scale. It's coming tomorrow.
Okay. So weigh in tomorrow.
tomorrow.
We're not going to be not.
I said it. I cannot believe it. Oh, Jason got new toys. Oh,
And-
man.
Sam wanted me to.
Jason got new
Sam
toys.
wanted me to surprise you with that. Your face lit up. I hit the wrong one though. I meant to hit the middle one.
It still worked.
It's
It was pretty good. That was timely.
So why don't
Okay, I guess I'm back still
Yeah,
in the
just weigh in
competition, I
tomorrow.
guess.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, I'm weighing in. Shut up. Okay.
Ooh. Salty much.
Salty.
Oh, hey,
much.
look at Larry gave us a laugh.
Nice. Thanks,
Yeah.
Larry. All right, let's talk about stories. Let's get into this.
Talk
We
about
got-
stories.
We got a ton of stuff to get through. So
I don't have a lot of stories per se. I just want to talk a little bit about New Year's Eve. So I kind of obviously we all drove New Year's Eve. We had great. I drove almost 12 hours, which I actually got. I guess I got. John kind of almost dared me. He's like when I started. He said, "There's no way you're going to drive 12 hours." He said.
you technically didn't.
Well, I don't care.
No, but you're close.
I drove like 11 and 30 minutes, 11 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. Anyways, and it's not the first time, by the way. I have done it before.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not a full-time driver. I kind of said, I'm going to try and see if water and candy was going to make a difference tonight. And I don't think it did.
No.
It didn't. I mean, people appreciated it. I gave away maybe 3 or 4 bottles of water, and, people, somebody dug into my candy like crazy. I don't think that mattered.
No.
I don't think it mattered.
I don't think it ever does
Increase
either.
your tips.
No.
Well, so I made about $65 in tips on the app that night, and I think I made $20 in cash tips. Something like that. So I made pretty okay.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It's not bad. It's about just a little bit shy of 20% of my total earnings for New Year's Eve. So it was okay. It was okay. But whether or not I would have made that, anyways, I can't tell
I
you.
think you would have.
That's what I'm thinking.
I actually talked to Uber Phil today, and
Oh.
I saw him at the airport.
Oh,
there
Yeah.
you go.
He had the day off. Apparently, it's slow for his work right now, and so
Okay.
I saw him, and we kind of talked about like the people that do all the mints and the drinks, and I just honestly I don't think it moves the needle that much. And again, we've all watched a video where I slapped that girl's hand allegedly, moved it away. I'm not there to entertain you. I wanted to give you a safe ride.
Point A to point B.
Yeah, and maybe that's I don't know. It sounds kind of.
I keep candies in the car just because it generally elevates the mood. People get excited because there's candy, and it just
True.
Just a little bump.
No, people get so happy. Like,
For
you have
candy?
candy?
What kind
I'm
do you
like,
give out?
It's just little lifesavers.
Right, and
Mints and candies.
So super cheap.
Evergreen
Right.
or the...
Evergreen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The good
And then a candy of a bag of like the mixed candy, and I mix it all up. And
Okay.
yeah, it's cheap. It's I get 2 giant bags at Walmart, and they last me like 6 months
You ever had those...
You shop at Walmart?
for candy.
We can't be friends.
Oh, yeah, we can't. I can't sit here next to you. This is-
Why?
Did you know that Walmart utilizes kids? No. Anyway, we can't get into that right now.
How
This
is
is not a
He's
current event
getting upset
podcast.
about Walmart's unethical practices.
question?
Yeah.
Who do you think made your cell phone?
I don't care.
Oh,
Googled it, and of course, done all ethically correct. We know that.
Yeah, okay.
you want to dig a bigger hole?
Here, let me get you a shovel.
What about you? What about you, Sam? On your couple weeks?
So I mean, this last weekend I didn't drive because I felt like garbage.
No, you felt like dog shit.
I did.
Like garbage is a step above the dog
It was
shit.
so bad. Like I made it out for New Year's.
yeah.
Like I sucked it up and did 9 hours that night.
Oh, wow.
But,
when you're sick.
I know. By the time I was done, like I only stayed out so late to finish that last quest.
Yeah.
And I did it with a minute to spare.
Oh,
1
geez.
minute.
Yeah. So I got my last ride request at 3:59 in Allendale.
Ugh.
And thankfully Allendale rides counted.
You know, I think mine. You didn't get the third tier, right? You didn't do all the quests. You just did the. Oh, okay, I got just the second one with like 1 minute to go before 4 o'clock.
But no, I got as much as I could have from that quest, the 10 to 4 a.m. one. But I that weekend before that, I had the guy that I picked him up from Fulton Street Pub.
Yeah.
It was him, his friend, and his wife, and they wanted to go to Adobe so bad. Or no, it was New Year's night. It was earlier in the night, but it was Tuesday, so of course everything was closed.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean everything.
you
So
doing?
of course Adobe was closed. So we started heading that way, and they were just driving me nuts. They wanted food so bad. We were going to Ada. It was a long ride,
Yeah.
and even I was like, you know what? I bet the McDonald's on Leonard is open. I was hungry. I wanted a cheeseburger. That's the only reason I went. Normally, I tell people no,
Yeah.
but
So were you gonna like do 2 transactions?
no, they were buying me a cheeseburger.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah.
All
Did
right.
you make that clear to them, or did they?
They had already offered to buy me food at
Okay.
Adobe, so I was like, all right, I'll just get a cheeseburger. We're good. So whatever. I went. He ordered the food. He had to order. I couldn't order my own food. He ordered for the whole car. And
You couldn't order your own food?
I was about to. He's like, oh, no, don't worry. I'll order everything.
Oh.
He was one of those guys. 100%.
What guy's that?
You know what kind of guy that is.
Like a good old, I'm going to.
We have 28 people live right now.
Awesome.
Cool.
So, whatever. We get through the drive-through, and the guy that had to order paid, but his friend in the back was like, "Oh, here's $20. Like, I want to pay, whatever." And the guy's like, "No, I got it. Don't worry about it." And they're fighting over this $20 bill.
You're like, "I'll
So
take it."
I did. I looked over to the dude, like, "I'll take the 20 if you guys don't want it." And 2 seconds later, it was in my hands.
Nice.
And I was like, "Well, thank you." So I got a cheeseburger, I got a $20 tip, I got a nice ride to Ada.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it turned out pretty good. I mean, he was kind of a jerk, and they did make a mess in my car.
Oh.
But
Like
whatever.
a mess, like just
Like
some
there
crumbs.
was fries, and then the one dude stuck all his wrappers like in my door instead of taking them with him.
I mean, you got to give him a little slack because you've eaten McDonald's drunk before. It's just
Right. Yes. And yeah, he just like balled it all up and shoved it in the door. Even the bag was back there. Like he could have just tossed
I mean,
it in
I
the
wouldn't have
bag.
done that. So, but yeah.
Whatever. I cleaned it all out and just kept going.
Man.
Philip Owens Jr. That's a new one in the chat. Welcome, Philip. Yvette says Juan Pancho Juan. What is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, she's tagging somebody from Memphis. Okay,
Right.
my bad.
Also.
Sorry.
She has a story to tell us.
Oh, okay.
I
Yvette?
just don't know. Yeah. I think
said-
it was her.
Who is baby faced? Somebody.
Jesper.
Oh, sorry. I
What?
shouldn't be talking about the comments.
No.
So I know. I just love it. No one had brought anything up, so I should stop looking at comments because I'm gonna get distracted.
Yeah.
I'm like a squirrel.
I know.
So I just put for my my recap for the last couple of weeks, even longer than that. It's been shit. It's been absolute shit for driving. It's been incredibly slow. Like even these mornings, I thought, okay, the holidays are done this week. Usually I'm pretty busy from like 5 to 9. I've been waiting for rides between 5 and 9, and normally it's back to back to back. So I don't know what's going on, but it's disgusting. I've been having to like diversify my money, and so my how to earn money.
Yeah.
And Amazon's a joke right now.
Yes,
so.
it is.
Oh, yes.
Which we're
And-
going to talk a little bit about tonight,
I mean-
right? Diversification. So,
Are we?
I don't know.
well, our first post is about that,
Oh, I didn't. Oh, you mean the?
Yeah,
Sorry.
there you go.
Yes,
But
Okay,
Where
so
is it?
Jesper loves it. You guys, if you see his face,
His whole face lights
every
up.
time I
That's
hit
amazing.
that.
why did we not buy this board from the first place?
Well,
Because you don't
Wow.
like spending money.
right. You always every time
Hey.
I
I
bring it
don't
up,
know.
you say,
Guys,
"Hey, Jason,
shut
stop
up.
spending money." Sorry.
Yvette had a passenger who had a gun in his lap in her back seat.
Did she call the
That's
cops?
uncomfortable.
Did she call the
Oh,
cops?
it gets better. She's not done telling the story.
All right. Well, we can pick it up in a little bit.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
Yeah,
keep telling you about.
our sponsor, Megan, says that we've had a lot of Uber drivers telling me how slow times at work, lots of time for car repairs. But yeah, we don't have any money to do the car repair.
Right.
Because we all spent it
Right.
at Christmas.
Right.
So, well, I have been doing near full-time rideshare, and I would agree, like during the day especially, it's just slow.
Yeah.
Slow.
More than normal.
More slow than normal. I wouldn't know what normal is during the day, but
True.
what I've been experiencing has been poverty. I mean,
Well,
it's
last
like,
night, Gabe could not believe how slow it was because he usually stays pretty steady late at night.
Yeah.
Because, 2 o'clock in the morning, not a lot of drivers are out. And even last night, he's like, it is just so slow.
Yeah.
Like, he was playing on his phone waiting for rides.
Wow.
That's
so
nuts.
I somehow managed to catch a lucky streak last night, but it is very slow. I ended up in Hudsonville and Jenison and I did pretty well. Like $20 an hour wasn't horrible.
Last night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
So that was decent, but I feel like it was just a wild hair.
Yeah.
Like that's not the norm that it's been. Like it's been crazy. So
So
and
what did Gabe call it? A spiraling shitstorm?
The gig economy is
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah.
I was out about almost 2 hours last Friday, and I think I made a whooping $25.
Really?
That's when I went home.
That was you were
Yeah.
so mad.
I wasn't bitter at all.
Oh,
No.
You were so cranky.
Now, before you guys say, "Oh, poor Jesper," I told him probably 3 times in a private message, dude. I was doing shipped. I wasn't even doing rideshare. I'm like, don't come out. Do not come
He's
out.
like,
regret
I know
it.
it'll be slow, but I'm going to come out anyways.
I mean, good for him for going out, though. I mean,
Yeah.
at least you gave it the try, and you're like,
Yeah.
you know what? This is just not for me.
yeah.
I went home.
Right.
So Yvette finished her story.
Okay.
She did kick the passengers out for having the weapon, and then they carjacked someone later that night.
Oh, lovely.
How does
Yep.
she know
They're
that?
lovely people.
Did she like in front of her?
I don't know.
Must
she
have
just
been
said they
because-
carjacked another driver.
And she called the
So-
police, and then they took off. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know why Lyft didn't close their account. It's a great question.
Yeah, that is a great question. Why don't you ask Pete about that? So one of the things that we talk about a lot is our Telegram group, and people that have joined us, new or a new listener on the podcast, not just the video. It's like, oh, we talk about Telegram. Well, that's a group that we've kind of put together. It's a messaging app like WhatsApp, but it can leave voice messages. So, yes, we don't promote texting and driving, but at least with the voice message, you can start recording. You can lock it in place and drive and send your message, no problem. Still be careful, of course. But so that's why we use that, because we're always on the road. And there are
59.
59. We've lost a few. It's not for the faint of heart. I'm
Nope.
just going to throw that out
Or
there.
the easily offended.
Or the easily offended. But you can click on that link in the description on Facebook.
Right.
Please download the app first and then click on the link. And we have a sample of one of our. I wish we could like award like in Clash Royale, nerding out right here in a game. You can get elder or co-leader. Like you can award people badges. I think John needs a badge.
It's true.
Because I mean, maybe we make him an admin or something.
I don't know. He talks shit about me all the time. I don't think I'm up for giving him a badge.
I mean, considering what happened with me this morning, like,
True.
Yeah.
True.
It's true. So
No, he can have a
not.
They're
badge.
amazing.
So we're gonna play.
If he comes to the picnic, I'll give him his damn badge.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, I have his address. I can send
it's
him whatever you
$2.
want.
Right. No, but I mean, he needs like an online in the community. Be like, this guy's been here for a long time. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
anyways, click on that. It's a great community. I'm gonna give you a sample. What John gives us once a week. It's a motivational Monday speech, and it's a good one for 2020. So let's take a listen.
Monday, January 6th, 2020. Guys, you got 52 weeks ahead of you basically to do something with your life. You got your whole life ahead of you. What's left of it? Past is the past. Forget about 2019. Forget about the last 3 months where you sat in your ass and didn't do anything. This is the year you get shit done. This is the year you make one small change and it changes everything. You stop going to Ray's gas station. You've been going to Ray's gas station for 10 years, and old man Ray's been watering down his gasoline. Your car's been running like shit. This is the year you say, Ray, you've been good to me, but you've been doing me wrong. I got to cut you out of my life. I'm going to the Shell gas station. I'm getting the top tier gasoline with the best detergents, with the best additives, so I can live my best life. What I'm saying is, guys, if you got somebody in your life that's been watering down your gasoline for years, cut them loose. This is the year you're going to cut them loose. This is the year you're going to free yourself from all the bullshit. 2020, get your head in the game, start making money, start driving, start doing whatever the hell you're doing. Nobody's going to improve your life but you. Happy Monday. 2020 is going to be one of the best years of your life if you decide to do something with it. Or you can just make it like 2019 where you just keep sitting around. Same old shit. Same old you. No, not this year. It's going to be a new you. If some of you guys are going to leave the Telegram because you're too rich this year, you're going to say to yourself, I can't listen to John every Monday. I got too much money to listen to him. I'm going to leave this Telegram group. I'm going to go retire in the Galapagos Islands, swim with the sea turtles, and soak up the sun and the fresh, salty waters of whatever the water around the Galapagos Islands is called. That's what you're going to do by 2021. You know what? I believe in you. Your wife might not believe in you. Your kids might not believe in you. Your cows in the field here, and one of these cows is huge. Be the huge cow this year, guys. Don't be the small cow standing alone in the corner. Be the big cow in the middle of the pack, eyeballing me. Do that. Happy 2020. Happy Monday.
So I listened to part of that originally, but I did not listen to the end of it.
The cow part?
Yeah,
Be
or
the
the
big
turtle,
cow.
the Galapagos Islands part. I didn't get that far.
Oh, man. Yeah, because he kind of slows down, and
Right.
then he's like paused for a
And
little bit.
sometimes I just get tired of listening to him talk. So.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. So, yeah, check. Go ahead, yes.
No, I was just gonna say, so yeah, check that out, obviously. But I want to have one call out to Leo, because I thought that was an excellent example last weekend
Yes.
of
and
community.
He is a Patreon subscriber, too.
Right,
so.
he's a Patreon. So for people who are listening who is not in our market, Leo is from Detroit, which is about 2 hours from Grand Rapids. And Leo caught a ride to Lansing, which is right straight in the middle. And so Leo said, well, instead of going home, and this was like in the middle of the night, right? This was like
midnight.
He goes, instead of driving an hour back to Detroit, I'm just going to go and drive an hour the other way and go see all the fellas from the group. So he drove to Grand Rapids, and I'm a little bit jealous, I got to say, because I was home, in my bed at the time, being pissed about not making more than $25.
You could have met Leo.
I could have met Leo.
Seriously.
And then they go to Vito's, and they had pizza, and it was great.
It was fantastic.
Just awesome call out to Leo. I thought it was just a great example of the community that we are building. And I'm not going to say built because we're not done.
Oh, no.
But we're building this thing, and we're trying to make it not this lonely thing, but we all got to work together. We all spend time together, and we become this thing. And I think that's cool.
Absolutely. It does get lonely out there. So it was so great having Leo for pizza.
I think you called him quirky, right? Was that you?
You're going to call me out on the show when he's listening more than... Wow, Jesper, that's low. We're all quirky in our own way.
I know we are. I'm just
I don't
joking.
think Jesper thought of that as insulting. I think he meant that in the
No,
nicest way.
it's the nicest way. Quirky is cool. Anyway, Leo,
Pack up my stuff and head home. Maybe I should drive to Detroit.
Oh, maybe Jesper should drive to Detroit. Holy shit.
There's no, it was good.
Oh, man. Well, on that note, you can be like our friend from Detroit and become a Patreon. And if you're not wanting to put your money where your mouth is quite yet, you can still
John.
leave us a review, John. We would love it if you would take the time to write us a review on Apple Podcasts. That is where we get the most traction, the most exposure from those reviews. They help us rank in all of the science and mathy things on Apple. So do us a favor and leave us a review. Also, just wanted to mention that if you happen to get an Alexa device, and I probably just woke them up, you can say, Alexa, play GR Rideshare Adventures podcast on Spotify, and it will do just that. You can also ask Alexa to enable the Apple Podcast skill, and once that is enabled, you'll be able to ask her to play it on Apple Podcasts as well. So definitely check that out on those new devices of yours that you got under the Christmas tree, and we would love it if you would tune in and also send us a review.
Yeah, thanks, Ben.
You need to rename your Alexa though, because when I'm listening to Telegram in my room and you say Alexa, you wake up my devices.
That's the point.
Well, I think you can only name it Alex and Alexa, right? Or did they finally release
Echo and Alexa.
Oh, Echo.
Or computer.
Okay.
But whatever. I just know whenever you tell your device to do something in the background, it makes mine do it. It's very annoying.
Oh, that would be annoying. Just get a Google Hub and be cool.
No.
I have one of those.
Yeah, me too.
I can't talk to it.
No?
Oh, I can't.
All right. We're going to
Can
talk.
I understand you?
All right. We're going to talk about our studio sponsor, Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid. We thank them so much for sponsoring this studio. You guys need to check them out. I mean, for sure. They are, like I said earlier, they're located on Stafford, just east of 131 off 44th Street. They do everything but Euro trash. So I'm just saying, that's what Megan told me to say. So they're a woman-owned company, and they do a great job. They're not the cheapest, but they'll fix it right the first time. So please go check them out. You can schedule all your services online at irvines.com, or you can call them at 202-5538, 202-5538. Ask for Megan and Jamie, and they'll get you hooked up. Thank you. That was a hard fade. I got to figure out how to fade that out, like when I'm done. It just goes.
So for the people who have not noticed, and I think Jason is doing great, by the way, but we got a new board tonight.
Yep.
So this is the first kind of
First test
having
run.
problems over there?
No, I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Are you being quirky?
Apparently. I had a burp.
So this is our first time with the new board, and,
Yes.
and Jason is still kind of getting used to it. So if there's a few
There's nothing been
hard
so far.
breaks,
So just to let you know, guys, now we have this new board. You can find us on Twitch. I know it's like a gaming platform, but hey, I might as well put it out on something. Periscope, which is Twitter, but Periscope is their video version. I think you have to download an app for it, but I think you could watch it live on Twitter too. I'm not exactly sure.
I kind of thought Periscope was dying.
Clearly it's not. It's and then YouTube, of course, and Facebook. So you can check us out there. I feel like we should give somebody something on if the first person that comments on Twitch. Because no one's commenting on there. We've had one view, or we've had 7 views and one concurrent viewer, and that's probably me. So, all right, let's jump into rideshare in the news. We got a video first, and Jesper's going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to play some of it, and then we're just going to kind of talk about it because it's a 24-minute video. So
Yeah.
unless you guys want to watch 24 minutes of video,
No.
which,
Please don't play all of it.
yeah. Pete says you can watch it through Twitter or download the Periscope app. Yeah, Peter is awesome on Twitter. So why'd Peter say whoa? Is Jason okay? Did I?
Because you got the ad like right.
Oh. Oh, ouch. That hurt my heart. Holy crap.
He's been practicing all vacation long,
Right. Okay.
several times a day.
At least. Hopefully I get the next one right. So you want to talk about this before we watch a little bit, or
We can. It's
up to you. It's your story. So
No, it's not mine. I didn't post
Your
the
name
story,
is
but
on-
I know. So it's a dude. He does nothing but delivery for 24 hours. Actually, he does it more like 21 and a half hours. He wanted to do 24 hours. He
Yeah.
couldn't. And essentially, that's what it all is. He's in a market where he can drive with a leased car, rental car. And so he goes through. He just wanted to see how much money can he do doing delivery, Instacart, DoorDash, Uber. And
yeah, it wasn't just no. It was or Uber Eats. It was just food
No,
delivery,
yeah.
but
Uber, yeah,
but he
that's what I
shopped
meant.
for groceries
Yes,
too.
Yeah, so Instacart, DoorDash,
Shipped.
Uber Eats, and no, not shipped.
He didn't do shipped?
No, he did
Oh.
the fourth
Okay.
one. Anyways, but he actually does best on Instacart. So Instacart is big in his market.
Okay.
And yeah, we can
Let's
go
just
ahead
watch a little bit of it. Why is there no video there? Whoops, that's the... Oh, crikes. Sorry. My bad.
My camera, I have a Lumix G9. I'm going to use this SD card right now, 64 gigs, for the rest of the video. We just got our first order from Instacart. What I did is I set up Instacart for 11 hours straight. So I set up my schedule ahead of time because I get $3 extra per delivery. And when I start getting less and less orders, I will start opening up more and more apps. I have Uber Eats in my apps because at night, only Uber Eats gets jobs, I think, from McDonald's and stuff. So even though it doesn't make that much, I can still work doing that night. So I would not recommend doing this 24/7 because it can be very tiring, and don't try this at home, okay? Let's see how much money can we make. I'm driving a brand new Kia Forte 2019. It does almost 40 miles per gallon, so that's really good. My cost is about $23 per day for this car, but it's up to you. Maybe you can get lower if you have a little older car and you have less, less maintenance stuff. So $23 plus whatever gas we're gonna use. At the end of the 24 hours, we're gonna put gas full tank. We're gonna see how much gas we spent, plus
he rents it for $23 a day.
Car, and if I have any food or whatever. But on the way, I have some snacks, so maybe not so much. And then we'll see how much money can I make from 24 hours straight, no sleeping or very little sleep,
think
of
you have to
doing
rent it for more
food
than a day to
deliveries.
do that.
Let's go. I already got my first order from Instacart, and
So-
this is
so
why
basically,
I started by
this
using
is
You want me
kind
to
of
end it?
zooming
Starts
out. That's
right
fine,
away.
yeah.
Let's go do it. It's at CVS. I never did delivery at CVS
Basically,
before.
what he does now is he's just going to go through, he does about a minute per every hour, I guess, where he just talks about the orders he got. And it's just pretty monotonous, pretty straightforward and all that stuff. But the result is, and this is kind of why I can tell you, after 21 hours, he made just roughly $300. But after expenses, he's down to about $216.
Sorry.
What's so funny?
Yeah, you gotta wait to laugh because you ruined the
I'm
flow.
sorry that he
And-
can't talk with other things going on around him.
Go ahead, Jesper.
Don't laugh. So, anyways, he roughly makes $11 an hour is what we come down to,
Ugh.
and it's like that's just
not
not
that
worth
good.
it. That's just not worth it. Quit being quirky, okay? Quit being quirky. So, anyways, cool video. Talks a lot about the gig economy, some of the other ways of making money on, but I would say failed attempt.
Yeah, I mean, if it boils down to $11 an hour,
$11. You can do a lot. Yeah. You can work at McDonald's and make more than that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, $216. I mean, we should, in our market on a Saturday night, you can make that in like 6 hours.
Oh yeah, easy.
except not the last two
Yes.
Yeah,
But
let's hope
on a
that returns.
standard Saturday, that's about normal.
When does Grand Valley restart?
It's
They
this
started
week.
Monday.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Snowstorm.
let's bring on the pukers.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I would have happily taken one the other weekend when I was driving because
Yeah, that's sad, you guys. That we're like happy. We would be happy.
Please puke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get the money. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
or a phone. Like nobody left a phone in my car either. I was like,
Right.
that'd been an easy $15.
Somebody actually left a pretty fancy, like, what were they called? Not a phone, but those two-way radio in my car.
Oh.
But
A
I
walkie-talkie?
Yeah, but like a
walkie-talkie?
fancy one. It's kind of like Nuke or something like very fancy, cool one. But nobody had
Like an
claimed
old
it.
Nokia.
No.
No.
It's called NOOK. It's like a
Nook.
Nook. Yeah.
Nookie?
Whatever.
Oh wait, time out. John is the only one on YouTube commenting. So, Jesper, you're supposed to be on YouTube.
Oh, I am. I
John
have.
said he wasn't going to be watching.
John, I
know.
hope you heard your little promo.
Oh, Pete. That was amazing.
I told oh shit, Pete, that's funny. I told damn it, I lost my train of thought. All right, Sam, go on to the next article. What's this one about?
Come on,
All right,
Sam.
so Uber is no longer allowed to run in Germany.
Really?
Right.
Lyft too?
Just Uber
Oh.
is what it says. Maybe I don't know if Lyft was there in the first place. I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know.
but because Uber it operates a little bit differently over there than it does here. I don't know what the details of that are, but they don't have the licensing anymore to be able
Okay.
to operate. And if they do choose to ignore that, they're looking at a €250,000 violation per ride.
Ooh.
So
Per
you know,
ride?
Did they say what they banned him for? Is it because of the quote unquote safety issues?
That was more an issue in London. It was just they don't have they're not like licensed the right way, and it's because they're basically operating a taxi is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And because they don't want to behave like a taxi and go through the processes that a taxi driver has to.
Yeah.
They're kind of skirting around the rules in Germany. It's like, you know what? Nope, we're done. Either you do this the same way as every taxi here, or you don't operate.
That's huge because that's like a whole country saying that, not just like California or New York or whatever.
Yeah.
London,
Right.
all those people.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty big market. I mean, I don't know how big Germany is in comparison to
I
Michigan.
know
It's
we're terrible.
It's not that much bigger.
You're our foreign diplomat.
I would say probably about twice as big landmass wise.
Okay, so yeah, so it's like 2 Michigans worth of business that
I
they're
don't-
now
I don't know.
losing.
People wise, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Did you know that apparently Lyft only operates in the United States and Canada?
Yeah.
Oh.
That makes sense to me.
So I guess when I said Lyft,
Yes, you should have already known that because you knew that they were only in North America.
Now I do know that Uber used to be allowed in Denmark, but it's also no longer allowed there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
they are slowly getting.
Is Denmark part of Europe?
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Seriously?
Do I need to Google a map? Because I'm gonna have
Yes.
no help in any of this.
It is part of
Is
Europe.
there? Is it an island?
Oh my God.
Hey, Roger. What's up?
I am sorry, Jesper, for this American ignorance.
What? Hey, I heard a.
I was asking about like geographical landmass size, but like I understand like what Denmark is and where it's at. I could find it on a map.
Says the college student. I've
That
been out of
has
school
nothing
for
to
25
do with
years.
geography.
I have a question. This is a trivia question. You cannot Google it.
Can I ask Alexa?
No.
No. Other than Great Britain, what is another island in Europe? The only other island?
Like the whole country.
Yes.
The Netherlands.
England.
No.
I don't know. Iceland, actually.
There you go.
Yes.
That's it. Iceland.
It's because most people don't know the
Well,
difference
no, if
between
you
the
gotta-
United Kingdom, Great Britain.
Okay, maybe I didn't label it right, but I heard it on trivia. It was like, other than, what did I say?
Great Britain.
Great Britain.
Yeah.
Which
What are-
encompasses Ireland and
Yeah, Iceland
Yeah.
is the only other island.
Well, but then you have to say the Faroe Islands as well, because if you're saying Iceland is technically under Danish rule, or was, and now they're actually their own, but so is the Faroe Islands. So, anyways, good question there, good trivia.
Wah, wah, wah.
I don't want to overuse it, but I really,
I'm here.
but
Hey,
I really,
Roger.
I really wanted to hit it. Okay, next up, we got a review from Leo. Leo says, #piss jug. Not sure what that means. And it says the Dutchman is my favorite. Not sure
Would
what
that
that
be
means.
me or you?
The Dutchman?
How do you know it's Leo? Is he digital man?
no, we've
We sniffed it
yeah,
out.
we sniffed it out.
Because I was like,
Telegram.
clearly someone is in the Telegram group left this.
And Leo, I'd like to point out, I'm not from the Netherlands.
That's the
I'm
joke.
Danish.
He did that on purpose.
Oh, he did.
Yes,
did
he
Oh.
knew that. This guy has listened to everything.
He has.
Like,
He was
what-
bringing up the fact check today.
That's right. We used
I
to,
don't know what that is.
Oh.
it was way early. Like we to keep more content, we'd do the podcast and then immediately we would stop and record a fact check, and then I would post that the following
Yeah.
week. So it'd be like
They were funny.
they were
really
pretty
fun.
funny.
So I would have a notebook and I just write down all these claims that we made on the podcast, and then we
Like
would fact
Lyft is
check.
in
Su-
Germany.
Such as, yep.
Or how many
big
islands?
yeah,
or how many
yeah,
islands are in
exactly.
Europe?
Yep.
We would fact check that.
It was
and
a lot
then-
of fun.
It was fun.
It was just a lot of work.
I told John we would bring it back if you become a Patreon. So Leo, thank you for that rating. Clearly, we have a 1-star on there for somebody.
Not saying any
And
names.
a 3-star, couple 4 stars, and 5 stars. Hey, I'm happy with a 4.5.
Right?
I mean, that's pretty good
Damn
rating on
good.
Amazon. So
Seriously.
Who gave us a 1-star? John, is that you?
probably was, probably was. So
Nice. Well, something
We love you,
very
John.
interesting happened to me a couple of weeks ago when I signed on to Uber. It's happened before, but this time around, when I was asked to verify my photo by taking the selfie, the message came back and said, "Stand by while we check your photo." Now, I don't have a way to show you the picture, but what happened was I have a skin condition called vitiligo. It's the same thing that Michael Jackson had, and that's why he bleached his skin. Fun fact. But because of that vitiligo, my face, there's different tones of skin. You can really only see it when there's light shining on it or when I have a suntan. So because of those spots, my face apparently looked different, and Uber did not recognize me. So I could not sign in for about a half an hour, maybe a little less.
It was that. Holy cow!
I had to go. I was going shopping at Walgreens, and by the time I finished and dropped off the stuff at home because I couldn't drive, I was back on. So it wasn't that long, but yeah, it was a very odd thing, and I feel for those people who that's happened. I read a story about another lady who had a similar skin condition, and she was not allowed back on for quite some time. So, yeah, interesting little thing that happened with the selfie. Apparently, they are reviewed by humans.
Yeah, and I've definitely seen more posts like you experienced. I mean, I think it's reviewed by a human after it gets a fail.
Yeah.
Probably, not initially.
Right.
I mean, I can't believe there's somebody sitting there. Just
No.
like we always talked about, there's somebody reviewing puke photos.
pics.
Like, what a terrible job. Like, every time I'm like scrolling through Facebook and some idiot posts a
It
picture of
never
puke, I go real
fails.
quick past it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, why are we posting puke? It's so gross.
Anyways.
I love it. I love the Jesper move on.
Anyways,
He's like, I don't care what you're saying right now. Let's just keep going.
moving on.
Oh, is it that one? Yeah, that's
Yes,
one.
it is that one. So I got this message, and I noticed in the last couple weekends, a lot of other people in our chat have gotten it too, with different minute amounts. So apparently Uber, I guess maybe to not have to refund rides, is overestimating how long it's going to take for you to get there, and they don't want you to sit and wait and cancel.
Yeah.
So they're sending you this message thinking maybe you'll be a little more lenient with your wait time, which no.
Nope.
Just because you quoted incorrectly doesn't mean I'm going to wait. But,
So they're wanting you to wait like a 7 minutes instead
kind
of.
because you arrived before they thought they needed to be outside. They want you to give them a break.
But you are getting paid two minutes extra wait time, which is 20 cents,
Right.
or something.
It's not enough
I mean,
to
right.
get me to stay put, honestly.
Yeah.
But I did. John or Palka or somebody had one that was like 9 minutes,
Ugh.
and I was like, "How did Uber get it so wrong? They thought it was going to take you 9 more minutes to
Now,
get
is
there."
this only on scheduled rides, or is
No,
this
this
in
is a
general
normal
now?
ride.
Interesting.
See, this happened to me on a schedule ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that does happen.
quite a bit.
I'm much more likely to wait on a little longer on an Uber because I only get $3.60, but on a Lyft, that thing hits 5 minutes. I'm like,
You're
"Oh."
done.
Because so that $5, odds are that's going to be double what you're going to make on the ride anyway.
Exactly,
Seriously.
especially if you're downtown. But on Uber, I'll be like, I mean, I know it's only a $1.40 more, but it's, I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost a pop.
I hate to bring it up, right? But that's
Oh,
the worst part about comfort. It just is.
I don't care. The benefits of comfort far outweigh the
If Jesper
extra
and I
couple
ever
of
fit
minutes you have to
Fist
sit.
fight. If Jesper and I ever fist fight, it's going to be over the comfort.
Comfort.
I'm so
Comfort,
tired of
like,
By
there
the way,
was-
I can
there
still
was
do
part of
comfort.
me that was hoping he lost his comfort privileges when the new year ticked.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I was thinking that. No, I would never wish that on my friend.
Oh, I
No.
would. He calls me quirky.
Just to hear him stop talking about it. No.
Hey,
He
we
does-
have a
Yeah.
driver from Dubai
What?
Okay.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
What
Yeah.
channel?
on Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, you mean the platform you're not supposed to be on?
Shere Khan. Would you stop?
Yeah, go ahead, pronounce his name.
Shere Khan.
Shere Khan.
He's from Dubai. That's got to be a record.
That's
what it
amazing.
said. That's awesome. Welcome.
Please
Thanks
download.
for joining us.
Please, yeah, definitely download the audio podcast too. That would be great.
Definitely.
Can you put that picture of the riders on the way back up? I have to point something out that will blow your mind.
I doubt it's going to blow my mind.
I've already mentioned it to you.
Oops, sorry.
So then it must not have.
It's an L in the circle.
So what does that mean?
It's an L. Why is there a letter L there?
It's not.
a
It's a
clock.
clock.
It's a letter L, though.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see it. It
Now
was a
you're
clock.
ruined. It's a clock. It's not a clock. It's the letter L.
No, it's 3:00.
It's
Why
the
would
letter
it be a
L.
little L? For what?
I don't know.
So what's the standard picture for a clock if you're going to make a picture? Is it 3:00?
I don't know. I don't know that there is one.
You
But
wouldn't
now, whenever anybody sees
I know, I'm gonna
that,
see a
they're
Do
going
you
to
want
see
to
an
know
L.
what actually did
bitch.
blow my mind? Was that the little clock icon on the iPhone actually moves with the time, and I had
Of
not
course
noticed
it
that
does.
for
Blows.
years.
That blew
What
my
clock?
mind.
The little clock.
So the
On your
you got the face.
on your home screen.
Yeah,
Look.
where it says clock. The hands move on that little
yeah.
icon.
Welcome
I didn't
to
realize
iPhone.
that. I don't look at it that closely. I just realized that it moved, and I was like, I didn't realize the little icon. Like,
Was this
a
when you were
moving one.
lying in bed refusing
No,
to
this
open
was
the
a
door for
while
Gabe?
ago.
Okay.
What a freaking rabbit hole. Good
So-
night.
Can we go back on topic here? So Shakan, I'm hoping I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
If not, if I'm killing your name, I apologize.
Can you phonetically spell it?
SHER?
No, I want him to spell it
Oh, there you go. But I'm-
phonetically.
Anyways, so he's talking about there's a service over there.
Sorry, I hit the wrong one. I gotta label these suckers.
There's a service over there called Kareem, apparently,
Oh,
which is another. I'm assuming another.
Rideshare.
Yeah, right. Yeah, rideshare service over there, so, which we don't have that. So, yeah, awesome. It's welcome to good to have you here, and definitely join the chat. We'll take a driver from Kareem. No, from
Wow.
Oh my God,
Kareem
Dubai.
sounds so dirty. I'm not gonna lie.
Dubai.
Sorry about that. Again, no disrespect.
Yeah, just ignore
Too
him.
late. He's already left.
He's Danish.
All right. We're gonna this next story. Obviously it's never happened to me, but it's a DoorDash driver, and it might be hard to see on your screen, but she was wondering where her DoorDash driver was. She was getting a delivery, and so she texted him, and he says, "Oh yeah, I just got pulled over. I'll be here soon." 10 minutes later, she checks the app, and he's in jail. His
Yes.
little icon is, if you can look, is at
Yeah.
the Maryland Heights Police Department. That's never happened. Like, I've always had successful DoorDashes, but if I saw that, I would laugh so hard. I wouldn't even want the money back. I'd just laugh. I'm like,
Oh, look at Larry knowing the information. 10:10 is the default time for clocks.
10-10.
Yes. 10:10.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like this? Look at us idiots.
No, the both hands would be on the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, you're great.
Ten-
I got you.
Who's the college student?
Yeah.
Where's Great Britain?
You know we had to get you.
Where's Dubai?
Oh, I couldn't tell you where Dubai is.
I did.
Yeah.
Geography's not hard, guys.
It is
It's
hard.
really not.
Do you know where Oregon is?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Oh, it's in Washington. But I don't know which.
No, it is not.
Oh, it's his
in
own
Wa-
state?
Oh my God, yes.
We are not that smart, guys.
Oh,
I love that button.
I mean, not even American geography.
I'm
like,
sorry. Oh gosh, I'm gonna take some heat for that one.
Yes,
I'm
you
so
are.
Screwed. All right, let's carry on.
I'd
Like,
like to
where's
point-
your
I'd like-
daughter? I bet you if I asked her, she could point out where Oregon is on a map.
I don't think so.
I'd like to point out that I may be done for the night because Paula is on YouTube. So
Oh, do you need a moment? Do you need a little cubicle over there? Let's just make sure it's not see-through.
Privacy pod.
hey.
What?
I'm
What?
a happily married man.
Well, I know. Okay, so next story. I don't know whose is it. It's probably mine.
No, it's Jesper's.
Jesper's. Oh, you need a moment? Do you want us to just come back to you?
So, dear Sandra, we are writing to let you know that Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport recently imposed a new airport rideshare fee of $4 per trip. This fee unfairly penalizes those who rely on ride sharing at Phoenix Airport by asking them to bear a disproportionate share of costs associated with pay. Anyway, so they're saying they're not, but I did some research, and according to Sky Harbor, they're not. They did not cease the operation. So who knows?
Oh, they didn't?
No, according to what they are saying that on their website, there is currently no notice as to when they are going to cease operations at Phoenix Airport, but
So
They have not
they
been
are
told.
charging $4 to the customer?
apparently that's what Uber and Lyft is
Well,
saying.
why would Uber pull out? Like, if they're just going to apply the fee to the customer, why do they care?
Because they don't want
don't
their
know.
customers getting
Get
pissy
pissed.
about it.
But you don't get any money if
But
you
they did in Grand Rapids.
what?
There's
Not
a
$4.
Yeah, it's not that much.
$250.
It's like $250.
Yeah.
Well, it's close to.
So,
I mean,
Bearded Chris says, good thing that Uber provides Jason's GPS.
well, good thing I don't drive outside
But
of Grand Rapids. That was rough.
That was amazing. What are you talking about?
I know. So, that's part of your article.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Dunham. Our newest sponsor is Dunham Accounting, and guys, tax season is upon us, right?
Yep.
And please don't be a dumbass and use TurboTax, Ben. And make sure you use Dunham Accounting Services. I know this is for the local crowd, although they probably would do anyone. I mean, they probably could submit things online.
Probably, I would say Michigan only, maybe.
Yeah,
probably.
that's true. She's probably.
It just depends if she knows how to do all her state returns.
That's true. We're trying to get Kathy in here or someone on our staff for a little bonus episode to kind of talk about taxes. Sam and I were talking about it a little bit last night on the Gig Economy podcast. It's kind of confusing. So
it is, and I gotta tell you, the first time when I started using professional services, this was probably 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I went from doing my own taxes. I went from thinking I was going to pay $800. And after having used professional service, I got $2,000 back. Okay.
Damn.
So it is totally worth it to pay that money.
Yep. They're out in Byron Center. They're actually an all-woman staff, so a bunch of badass women that are taking care of taxes.
Yep.
Maybe that Sam wants to.
Maybe I can get a job.
I know. I'm like Sam's going to be a CPA,
So
you can call them at 616-734-6914 or Dunham Accounting Services online. They would be happy to take your call, and please tell them if you do reach out to them that we sent you. So.
And remember, the first day to file your taxes is January 27th.
Is it really?
It is.
But by law, they don't have to. Not talking about Uber, but just in general, W-2s by the 31st.
Right, but if you happen to have your information, you can have your information today. The IRS will not accept your return.
Interesting.
You have to wait till the 27th. They aren't ready yet.
Huh? They're never ready. I'm not looking forward to taxes. I should have paid quarterlies. I
Yes,
should have.
you probably should have.
In the doghouse.
Plus, how much you're going to have to pay for every single Schedule C because you did 7 gigs.
Yeah.
this year.
So side note, everyone, when you're doing a lot of gigs, speaking of accounting, Sam's right. It's a Schedule C for each one of them, so that costs money. Yeah. But if you don't make $600, don't bother. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's not my professional.
You're not required to.
That's not. Well, my accountant says you're required to claim every penny you earn, but Sam's like the IRS probably aren't going to bat an eye at it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, people go with that idea because it's not enforced. You're not going to flag the IRS if it's less than $600.
Yeah.
But technically, if you're following the exact letter of the law, every dollar you've made on everything, even if you're cutting grass randomly, like just on the side, you technically
I thought that was
have
a cut
to
on
claim
me.
It was not. It was not.
A cut on you.
Well,
Hey,
if you
don't cut grass.
That's right. If you were in the Telegram group, you would get that joke.
But
wait, you don't cut your ass? Anyways,
he's gonna smack you or throw something at you.
Do you want to finish your comment?
That was it. I was done.
Just basically, you have your.
Yes, you have to claim all your income.
Right.
Period.
Right.
I mean,
Yes.
you could be audited and you could be fined severely if you don't do it. So don't risk it. Just pay your taxes on your lousy $300 side gig.
Well, the problem is it's your $300, so you pay $20 in taxes, and then the Schedule C costs $40. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what it costs, but Jesper gave me a look.
why
like,
does it cost $40 to make the states?
Well, my accountant, now I'll probably go to Dunham, of course, but I've used a professional one too, and they charge per Schedule C.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, they
So-
charge per form. So.
Even though it takes a hot second to fill it
Right.
out. Anyways,
Yeah, some do charge per form.
yeah. Sam, you're up.
All right. So, canceled Uber ride in Brazil results in 4 drivers being killed. That is insane to be so mad that your ride was canceled that you then have to go kill 4 drivers. But it was a gang leader. He was upset that his mother's ride had been canceled and he just took out his rage on 4 other drivers. They hadn't obviously all canceled on her, but that's what gang leaders do. I mean, they kind of just kill whoever they want. So
Yeah, I kind of feel like, I mean, this is me being like, I'm from the United States and I don't know geography, but I feel like Brazil is like, yes, we're almost did a spit thing. Brazil's kind of the wild, wild west in like certain areas.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. No, it's definitely different. I mean,
Brazil,
cartels are a problem
Canada,
there.
right?
no, Brazil's in South America.
Oh, okay.
Am I
But,
right on that?
Yes,
Actually, you are.
but I guess also bad, but maybe for some people good. The gang leader who ordered the killings was also then found dead a couple days later.
Well,
So
Yeah.
Wild West is probably not a bad description. Of
right.
some
Can you
of the
imagine
things that
living
happen.
that kind of
was
life?
Uber 64 gang. That's another one they have down there.
Really?
Yep, they reported.
You could have fooled me, Jesper. You had me going.
You did.
You could have done
You
it.
really did.
So next up is another long video too. Ben's gonna give us a. It's kind of cool. I watched it.
Yeah,
but
it's not that long. But,
it's
you
10
know,
minutes.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm gonna
we don't
start
have
at
to
the
watch all
beginning and then
10.
bump to
Yeah.
5:40 for the end. So I've
That's
already previewed
fine.
like a professional.
Right, because you are.
Right.
So this is a pretty cool thing that happened. These passengers, they make YouTube videos, and so they decided to set out on an adventure in Uber, and I believe they went a step further and did it in an Uber pool.
Yeah.
And what they did is they challenged their drivers and the other passengers to go skydiving with them. So imagine you are a passenger being picked up for an Uber pool ride, and one of the passengers just randomly says, "Hey, who wants to go skydiving?" And they waited until somebody said, "Sure." And then this happened.
Sorry, Ben. I thought you were gonna go longer. My bad.
All right, a few months ago, I ended up challenging 3 strangers to go skydiving with me on the spot. That ended up being one of my favorite adventures that I've ever gone on with the S Theory. So a few days ago, Matt and Thomas came to me and said, what if you challenge an Uber driver to go skydiving with you? I said, what about I challenge an entire Uber pool to go skydiving with me?
You realize how lucky you have to be if you're gonna get a driver and like a passenger to come with you?
You realize how many times he's done this shit?
This is too much. This is a guy working and somebody going somewhere, and you're gonna take them 2 hours away to go skydiving.
Yeah, exactly. It's the complexity of how everybody's days have to align for it to work out and for the passenger not to have commitments during that day. So this can actually happen.
What's annoying and awesome is that I know he's gonna do it.
Yeah, smile, dude.
You guys have me go right now?
It's the Habibi smile. Good luck, Habibi.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a
Cheers,
good one.
boys. Hi.
Hi.
All right, moment of truth. There's so many.
Okay, so you get the gist of it. They basically spend 5 minutes not finding anyone, and then I'm gonna bump ahead to where they actually find somebody. Gonna try to at least. Bear with me. Oh shoot! It doesn't give me a. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I thought I could just. Hold on. Talks amongst yourselves.
Talk.
All right, there we go.
Our last try of the day, because of timing, is approaching right now, and it's either gonna be a yes
It's gonna be yes.
or a bust. Gracie has this weird.
I love their cameras. They're so high def. Like
is our girl,
they must
she'll
be
say
using a
yes.
4K
Alright,
camera.
It's gotta be a yes. She looks dope. Hi. Good. How's your day been?
So far, so good. You guys are actually my last ride.
Oh, do you have something after this?
No, I'm just going with you.
Okay, I have a proposal for you. We are in the middle of a challenge where we're trying to convince an Uber or Lyft driver to drop what they're doing today and come skydiving with us on the spot. No?
Black people
Shoot,
don't
we're
belong
gonna
in
get
here,
a.
man.
Yeah, come on, you can be that. You can be the one just defies the stereotype.
Oh man, hell no. Not heights. Had it been anything else,
This is literally our last try of the day. Could be the day you do something you've never thought you could do.
we can do it together because I haven't done it yet.
She's
either.
never done it. Alexis is almost there.
You're my last ride. We need you to say yes. Oh no.
Absolutely no
Nice, have
pressure,
this
of course.
feeling.
I would much rather have it be with someone who said no and then like switch that in their mind into a yes, because that actually shows like that process. Like that's why we're making the video. We're trying to show people always be pushing against those fears that don't make any sense and prevent us from living amazing experiences like this one. Oh, Alexis, do it!
Black people in air, we don't match, man.
You see, but today you will.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and say yes for you. Because I know that's what you're leaning towards.
All right, guys. It's a yes, Alexis.
Say yes.
Say it.
Say yes. Yeah.
Yes! Yes! Oh my.
What did I tell
She
you?
was
What did I
right.
tell
She
you?
was
I
right.
was
So
right.
who are we picking up?
Some guy named Justin.
Well, if Justin is young and cool, I'm down to invite him too. I'm
That's amazing.
What's up, Justin? Can I pitch you what we just pitched her and she said yes to it?
Okay.
Our challenge for today was to find an Uber or Lyft driver and convince them to go skydiving on the spot. We'd love to take you out skydiving right now. We'll go to Whole Foods first, grab some food, and then head out to the drop zone.
For free?
For free.
I am so in.
Oh my god! Oh my my God, Justin, hell yeah! You got a full card. All of a sudden.
This is our last drive of the day and it all just came
This is
together.
perfect.
Okay, so have you been skydiving before?
Last year was my 30th birthday. I was gonna do it, but then one of those things where it just never worked out. Been on the bucket list, and then you guys just said it, so I'm like, how could I say no? Right?
So we got 3 first timers right
Yes.
now? Oh my gosh.
I can't wait to see you
Yeah,
just
I'm
getting
so
out of
excited
the
to see her.
plane. Every black kid that thinks that the sky is not for them, they will see you do it, and they'll be like, maybe I'm wrong about that.
That's cool.
I wonder if she kept the app on while they drove to the drop.
Yes.
I would have.
Oh yeah, why not?
Getting nervous. That we getting closer.
Did she say something like black people don't?
Yes.
Don't belong in planes.
But yeah, black people in air.
She's roasting Matt right now.
Easy peasy, baby.
Matt, I love you. Sorry.
That's pretty cool. Live life just a little larger than
Just
most.
hang with us. It's about 140 left,
You guys
y'all.
are doing it.
It's a cool video though.
This is as real as it gets.
This is the quiet before the storm.
Is she wearing a Kiss
Yes,
t-shirt?
she is.
She's a badass.
It's a very colorful. Yeah, it's a very colorful squad. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a slow mo out here for sure.
Have you all been skydiving before?
No money
I
in
have
the
not.
world would ever get me to jump
It's
out of
giving
a
me
plane.
the sweaty
Perfectly
palms.
good
just watching.
plane.
Yeah. I don't even like roller coasters. Like I'm not
No.
an adrenaline junkie at
There you
all.
go.
It's at least better that it's paired with a professional. That helps.
I'm nerding out about the
at her.
camera. Like, look at the camera. It's like so clear.
Well, they have a pro in the air. I mean, they gotta have a pro.
That's nuts.
I feel like the getting shot back up briefly would just make me hurl.
Yeah, you got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody move
All right.
back to the ground.
I'm gonna fade out here.
Random and
Oh, actually, she says something at the end. That's
Hey, you
pretty
guys
cool.
are saying yes. Yeah.
say yes.
Okay. You were the one who wasn't. too
Okay,
excited about
Larry's
this
a
whole thing. Would
badass.
you do it again?
No way.
Hell yeah.
26.
sisters, y'all can skydive too. I did it.
That is gonna be the most amazing ending.
That's awesome. All right, what's Larry up to?
He's skydived 26 times.
No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That's
Like-
incredible.
26, like on purpose?
I feel like he must have started doing it before it was like safe to do it.
Wasn't Larry? He's not that old. I mean, wasn't he in the military though? I think he's a veteran, so I should know that. But maybe he did it in the military.
I mean, at that point, I don't think
Okay.
it's optional.
Do we make a bond and we all do skydiving?
Not a chance in hell. Not
You're
a
in?
chance. I'll
Well,
never
I'll
do
do
it.
it.
I'll never do
Nah,
it.
I guess we're not doing it. Maybe Ben is.
Threads podcast.
Check it out at threadspodcast.com. Threadspodcast.com.
Life unfiltered.
Life Unfiltered. Okay.
Okay.
That was a good video.
You done now?
Okay, this next picture is my favorite. We got that was the last video, so the rest is pictures and your guys' questions too, of course. So this is a note. I think it was from a food delivery driver, but it says for the people that are listening to the podcast, it says knock hard, but not like you, the police. And knock is spelled with an N, N-O-C-K. Knock hard, but not like you, the police. I mean, that's kind of funny.
It is.
How does a
What?
police
How does
officer
he-
knock?
I was gonna say, how does
Oh,
he
you know exactly how a cop knocks. Yes. It's exactly
Megan's gonna
loud
text.
and hard.
Yeah. Just like my sex life.
No, no, not at all.
Come on, that was a softball.
And short.
Yes. Yes.
She's
For
got
sh-
the door closed up there because she got tired of listening to us. I
Probably.
think.
Well, the barn door should be done within, like, I would say about a week.
Oh, so she can park in the garage again?
Yeah, I know. She's not happy about that.
Jason did a pretty damn good job on the
I
barn
appreciate
door.
It does
that.
look nice.
Yeah.
It does.
If I had to do it over again, I would do it a little bit different, but
No, it looks nice.
It's a nice job, man.
I don't know what just happened here. Thank you.
You
So,
good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So the next photo, I don't know. This is just, it's a little too much for me. I understand.
lot.
I understand
Yeah.
why they do it, but So it's a photo of a car, and it says, "Smile, you're on camera." And then it says, "If you look under 18, ID required, no exceptions. NC law requires." Oh, NC, down by John's in South Carolina, right?
No, he's in North Carolina.
Sorry, John. NC law requires car seats for children 8 years or 80 pounds.
Could you read what it says underneath the picture?
On the rundown.
In the lineup.
Oh, go ahead, Jesper.
I'm
used to. See, Ben and I work really hard in transitions, and it wasn't highlighted, so I'm just gonna take it from here.
That's fine.
And to be fair, though, putting the name under the picture is probably a bad idea.
I think we need to make it super big and highlight it pink or something.
Just for that, y'all are going to get a 100-point font in pink.
I don't look good in pink.
It's going to be like 76 pages. But basically, this guy just put all these. So what does it say on the inside of the camera? Please don't, slam the door.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep.
That's annoying.
So all the things that you should probably just say to your passenger.
Right.
He just put on the window so he wouldn't have to talk to them.
So he can be...
No, because you don't require ID, do you?
No.
Do you tell them that they're on camera?
No. They don't have to in Michigan.
All right, but do you tell them the law about car seats?
If they try to get in the car with the kid, yes. Sure do.
Right.
But it is pretty. I think it's too much.
It's too much. It's
I've
ugly.
seen several cars in Grand Rapids with it, though.
Like...
not
words,
that much, but yeah,
some...
words on all the particularly the "don't slam the door."
My door on my passenger side in the back is sticky a little bit from people slamming.
I've actually, now that I've insulted this man for putting them all in the car, I've actually thought about getting a sticker that does say, "Please don't slam the door." Because yes, people just whop it closed.
And it's typically not because they're mean. It's
they're
just they don't
not thinking about it.
And every car is different. It's weighted different. So their car, maybe you have to slam it a little heavy. It's but
yeah, there are some people that I see that close the door very carefully. Like they pull the handle out so it'll shut and then latch.
Wow.
And they're very careful, and I love those people.
Yeah, I feel
they're
like
not common.
No, I feel like they really
That's
love.
one of the reasons I like my van so much. I like that button.
But I would just be so afraid people would yank on it and screw the motor up.
Well, it's funny.
It hasn't been a problem.
It's funny you bring up the motor. We're in the process of looking for another car for Megan, and the one thing the kids said, they all yelled it to me. We don't want a car with automatic doors anymore.
No, because they don't want to be locked in waiting for the doors to open.
It's because they're finicky, and their car is older. It's got 230,000, and it definitely. One of them broke, and if they break, it's $800 to get it fixed.
Right. Yeah.
It's not cheap, but I do agree with Jesper. When I did drive the van, it was nice to drive up and just hit those two buttons, and they just open automatically.
Right.
But you should really have a sign that says,
"Don't open.
Don't touch the door. I'll take care of it," or something to that effect.
Sure.
Do you mention that or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
But most people just say, "Ooh, nice automatic doors."
Yeah.
That's what I get.
I mean, I think most people know that minivans have that option. Like most minivans will do that nowadays.
Back in the day.
Right, yeah, you used to have to slide it yourself.
And Justin wanted to point out, and I didn't do this myself, but Justin went to point out that
we were going to ignore it.
Oh, Justin, can we ban him for 5 minutes?
Yes.
Please.
Thank you, Justin.
This next picture is interesting because...
And who does it belong to?
So the other day, I was on Lyft, and I was being bougie about the rides that I was accepting and not accepting. And I had a ride on Lyft, but I left my Uber app open because I get paid more on Uber. So I took the Uber ride and canceled the Lyft ride. And then I started getting all kinds of nasty grams via text message from Lyft. My favorite, however, was this picture that you see now. At risk of suspension, despite your 4.99 rating, thank you very much, your account has been flagged for poor passenger experiences. And where it doesn't say anything about what passenger experiences, no, the feedback is that I'm an all-star. Thank you.
Hey, now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Hey.
Go play. I think something like that. I don't know.
Anyway. So I just was like, really, Lyft? So I'm a little salty about Lyft. I'm with Jesper on that. I only drive Lyft when I absolutely have to. But yeah, they're nasty grams. They gotta stop. It's ridiculous.
No, the alerts every time you miss a ride, you get an alert. And
You do?
Yes.
I don't.
Every time you decline a ride, it'll say you've declined a lot of rides, or just go offline if you don't want to ride.
Oh yeah.
Every single time.
Even if you decline it?
Yes.
I will get.
I get it for missing and for declining.
I get it for missing.
And or if you cancel more than like 2 in an evening, you get an alert, you get a text, you get an email.
I get it though.
Stop.
I get it though. I mean, this what Ben's talking about, the risk of suspension, that's a little insane, despite your 4.99 rating. Right. But remember, there's no loyalty in rideshare. They'll deactivate your ass in a hot second.
I mean, there's a lot of rumor mill on the pages that Lyft is trimming the fat.
Right.
And they are deactivating drivers left and right for very small things.
But why would they do that?
I don't know.
They need more drivers on the road. I mean, we get requests 20, 25 minutes away.
I don't know. I mean, other markets that might not be the case.
It's not. It's not. I do feel like I want to bring up what Pete, one of our followers, or one of the guys in our
patron
member, and he's like pretty salty, and yes, he is, but for good reason. Yes. Pete has been. How long has it gone now? At least 3 weeks?
8 to 10 weeks.
Yeah, easily.
Eight to 10 weeks?
Since the accident.
Since he was in an accident, and Lyft still has not approved the repair.
Oh, they approved it, but not for the amount, so they're not going to approve. But they basically brought the amount down below the $2,500 deductible. Right. But thankfully, Pete, who has Progressive and rideshare insurance, who I just switched to, by the way, Progressive. Thanks, Gabe.
Yeah, that's what I have.
They're stepping up and they're going to get it fixed.
Yes.
So.
But yeah, no,
but
lifted him dirty. Yeah, lifted him dirty.
Yeah, the problem is the 2,500 is ridiculous for one.
It is.
But don't trust these companies. I'm not an anti-rideshare company guy, and I don't think any of us are. We really love the platform. We enjoy doing it. But please don't trust them that they're out for your best interest.
They're not. They're not going to take care of you.
They're not going to take care of you. Yeah. So make sure you have the proper insurance, and make sure you have a camera, and make sure you're doing stuff to take care of you, not Lyft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always cover your own ass before anything else.
Absolutely. Even if that means having a conversation with your insurance agent just to see, am I covered?
Right. That's true. Yeah. Like, hey, what if this happens?
Yeah.
Right. Especially like with Amazon. None of us knew if Amazon was covered under that umbrella of rideshare.
Yeah.
As a gig job. And it is with Progressive.
Yep.
That doesn't mean it is for all insurance.
No, it's not with farmers.
Right. But that's just little things. You have that conversation. Go to an agent somewhere.
Yeah. I had a interesting situation with my home insurance. My mortgage company sent the payment to the wrong insurance company. Not sure how you make that mistake. So after that happened, I started looking around for other home insurance and talked to a Liberty Mutual guy. And then he offered me, of course, like a good insurance agent would, offered me car insurance too. And I said, well, I do rideshare. Is that a problem? And he said, no, not with Liberty Mutual. You're covered under your policy up until the point you're covered under Uber or Lyft's policy. And I said, so I don't need a rider or anything like that? He said, no, not with Liberty Mutual. It's just pretty straightforward. So I was like, all right, I will go with you. So I have it in writing from him.
I don't know. That makes me a little nervous.
Oh, he has it in writing.
Yeah,
so
the agent told me, so I'm going to go with that.
I mean, you can only trust what you can trust, right? I
Right.
mean, at some point, how are you going to prove him otherwise other than trust his word?
Yep.
So I just want to note before we move on that Ben highlighted his name in all these, but do you see Jesper's name highlighted? Jason's name highlighted? Oh,
I just did that tonight.
Well, you're over there. Well, I'm running my Yap. Highlight the rest of us. We need a color code.
Running your Yap is right.
Seriously.
So next, Ben's got the next.
I claim red.
I have the next one too, but and this is just because I'm familiar with this. Sam, I know you shared the image originally. Did you share it because of
the commercial? They have a commercial on the radio.
Really?
They do. They do.
Oh.
So.
Well, we have
been around for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. But what's funny is we had a guest on way back in the day, and she and her husband started a company by the same name, this West Michigan rideshare.
Because they didn't do their homework.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Threads.
Yeah. It just
Burn.
I was just surprised to see that it was like a part of the Rapid.
Yeah.
That's what I just didn't expect, that our city transportation services like that got into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
especially with how unfriendly the city is for rideshare drivers.
Yeah, what I was going to say, can you explain what is it a dry? You don't know? No. Well, you know what? Hey, it's okay. This is Ben's article. Ben, can you please explain if there's an actual driver in there, it's an employee, or what?
They are human drivers. It's not like that one autonomous car.
Yeah. I mean, it says bike, car, van pool services administered by the Rapid. So you can probably just call them and somebody in a van will pick up 4 or 5 people like an Uber pool.
Exactly. It's really all it is it's Uber without the app.
Yeah.
And the Rapid has vans, you've probably seen them out on the road, that say Rapid on them. And that's exactly what it is. It's it's a service that you pay for, similar to riding public transportation. It's just a smaller vehicle. So,
yeah, interesting. I still want to try to go around with the autonomous ones and just ask the guy questions about it. Like, I don't really care about it.
They probably have a script that they've had to memorize.
Seriously.
Yeah, you're probably right. So I know some of these stories are a little bit old, but we haven't been online for a while. So this next one,
it was funny.
Yeah, and I don't know why this happened. So in this picture is Uber Copter is cheaper than Uber X and cheaper than Uber Pool.
Yeah,
and I don't understand.
Well, I think it's just a promotion to get people to try it out.
Oh,
you can see underneath it was $202.
Okay.
So it would normally be substantially more.
It helps to read when you're looking at pictures.
It does.
Right.
So it's just a promotion to get people to try it out and see the convenience of taking a helicopter.
You were probably scared off because there's a map in this picture.
Thank you. That's right. I was triggered.
Yeah.
What's weird to me is I have a question for you guys. Would you do that? The copter over if it was the same price?
Yeah, if it was cheaper, I'd try it once.
Yeah,
sure.
Why not?
I'm paranoid I'm terrified, not paranoid, terrified of helicopters.
If for some reason I needed to go to Detroit and this was an option as a promotion,
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for $100 though?
I mean,
Detroit
if I was
cheap.
gonna pay 126,
they're paying $202 to go 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes from wherever they were to JFK. So that's expensive.
True.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
But
Jasper, what's your favorite color?
Don't worry about coloring it now. I don't care. Make it pink.
Yeah,
just like Lyft.
Make it pink.
Anyway.
So Ben, what is my favorite color?
Black like your soul.
That's usually the joke that I get. Wow.
Pink.
I would have said like blue
color.
or green.
It's actually not. It's green because of grass that I don't cut.
That you cut.
So this is interesting. Lyft. I don't know where this was. I should try to figure it out before I post shit like this. But you earn more by driving smarter. So the first one says earn 10% more, a 99.94% smart driving required, and a 4.85 rating, and you earn 10% more. Now the bottom is 100% required of smart driving and the same rating, and you earn 20% more. I kind of like that because I kind of drive like not like a grandpa, but I mean, I go pretty.
You try to be more careful when you have passengers in the car.
I actually do it just to save gas. I don't care about the passengers. But
okay, but how do you drive smarter?
So I think
hard brakes is what they're
so I
looking
think
for.
they're monitoring your phone, and they can tell if you like slam on the brakes or if you're going over the speed limit. Just because they say they're not monitoring it, they're monitoring all that stuff.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah, I mean, every time your little speed alert on your Uber app goes off, telling you you're going too fast, they get an alert for that. They just aren't acting on it.
I've not gotten that in probably 6 months.
Did you turn yours off?
I don't know.
You could turn it off.
You can turn it off, and if you got to go over 10 miles an hour, or maybe it's 15.
There's 3 tiers. You can select which one you want.
Okay.
I don't ever speed. There was that one night where Ben he forced me to it.
You know what? We're not going to talk about that night. It was a night in bad judgment.
The night that he raced me back downtown,
or the night he was at the light and he wanted to kill somebody, and Ben caught him on camera screaming at himself. I mean, we're not going to talk about any of those
on Lyft
nights.
though, anytime you hit 80, I think it pops up on your screen that you're going over 80.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't speed.
I do.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's Ben. He's so.
Did you
very
sign up for the
intimidating.
snapshot on Progressive?
Oh no, no. They offered it to me, and I'm like, I don't want them knowing how. Cause
I did it once.
I don't know if it works both ways. Where if you're a really bad driver,
It
they
does.
also increase your fares.
Yeah, they're taking all that data, and
Right.
they're like,
It does. It
That's
is.
with me doing Amazon, I hard stop more than I probably should,
Yeah,
just
'cause
because
you're
you have to
like,
get into a
looking
driveway
for
in the
this ad-
dark.
You're looking for this ad. Oh shit!
There it is. Right. So I don't
I think
want
I would have
Progressive
put it
knowing
in
that.
Megan's car, but I would not put it in mine. Not that I'm a bad driver. I don't want them to know how many miles I drive. That's where it boils down.
But I mean,
That's
they're gonna know that if you ever have to call roadside, because they get your mileage.
Oh, do you think they
They do.
report that?
Yes. 100%. That's part of the requirements. They have to get your mileage. So
Well, I'm a-
every time I've had to call to get unstuck.
Yeah, I'm a professional, so
Pete brought up another fun story from last time he drove. He was speeding down Plainfield last weekend because of remember the story with the black Charger? That was pretty crazy.
that was pretty intense.
And the fact that somebody else experienced something
I
similar
know,
here
yeah,
in
right.
town.
with the same black car.
Yeah.
apparently.
It's a known issue, apparently.
So crazy. So for people not in our markets and people who are not listening in or have not been in on our group, Pete, which is one of our friends on the group, he had I guess probably an attempt of something, but this car, it's black Charger, toned windows and everything, drove up to him and flashing their lights at him, and essentially was just acting very aggravating, very
Trying to run him off the road.
aggressive,
Yes, or
Trying to
exactly.
get him
pull
to
over.
stop.
Yeah.
Exactly, trying to get him to stop because they were trying to pull in front of him several times, and who knows what they wanted to do, right? But that was pretty scary for Pete. And he ended
Honestly, I needed my back end repaired. I would have slammed on my brakes and just been like, sorry. Although you would have got it stopped then. That was their goal. Then I would have.
yeah,
No, you slam on your brakes, you let him hit you, then off you go. Your
Yeah.
car's still drivable.
It's
Theirs
true.
might not be.
No. Yeah, you're right. Because they were in a
So-
Charger. I'm in an SUV. That would
Right.
not work out
Yeah,
well.
you
for
would
them.
have won that fight.
I would have won that fight. Yeah.
So, and then they've done it on several times, and so Pete, reported it to the police, and we haven't heard anything since. But that was pretty scary. It made me think a little bit about, what would I do in that situation? What would you guys do?
Yeah. Pete will send us the video. In fact, if he probably sends it, I can probably get it up. No, I don't want to mess with it, but we'll show it for the next podcast. What would I do?
I would have done my best to maneuver back towards the police station.
Yeah, but he's on Plainfield. There ain't
Yeah,
no
it's
cop
not
shop
close.
over there.
That's a
No.
way. I mean, I'm sure he did the smart thing, getting into a neighborhood he knew where he could lose them.
Yeah.
If I was on Plainfield, I would have been SOL because I do not know the neighborhoods there. I would have been on Telegram freaking out with you guys to come find my body.
Yep.
Texting from the other day.
is where I'm at. If you
Yeah,
see
no.
me on the news, Pete did well. He did not
Yeah.
swear because he had it on dash cam. He
Yeah.
was like great. I mean, you could definitely tell he was
Nervous.
rattled a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yep.
But
I don't know what I would
He
do.
kept his cool pretty well.
I probably I may have
You-
slammed on my brakes.
Yeah, and I think you would have gotten out of the car and gotten in their face.
Yeah.
You would have lost it.
I don't know. I would have been screaming in the car, but I don't know if I'd get out. Because if you watch the video, like, it's hard to tell what you do in real time. But if I watch the video, I would say I would not get out because they clearly had an agenda.
Right.
But in real time, I may have gotten out.
Yes.
Yeah. Knowing you might have.
With the way you rage, I think so. You do rage at people.
It's
and that
true.
would have been
Oh.
a justifiable rage.
Right.
true.
And let's not, you're pretty scary too, though. You might have won that one. And in a positive way, Jason.
No. Yeah.
You're not a small guy, and, I think you could be pretty intimidating.
I can sometimes. All right, let's move on. This is yours, Jesper.
Oh. See,
Look on the screen.
I was just assuming you took them all.
Good one.
My car is stranded in a snowstorm. AAA won't get me. The police won't come unless I'm in danger. Uber will be here in 2 minutes. I love capitalism.
That's so true, though.
It is, though, right?
Yeah.
It is. And
Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, and I've done the same thing, right? I've been out in the snowstorms in my little Mazda 3. driving with really good tires, not caring at all. I was probably one of very few drivers out there. Now I made a killing that night, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and still, you just drive for the for the weather, and you take it slow, and you get there.
It is tiring driving through that kind of weather, though. Sure. Like you cannot do as many hours as
you're bare knuckling it the whole time.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god.
You're like,
oh my god.
Yeah, you're like this.
Yes.
I'm safe. I'm being safe.
Right.
Yes.
How's your night? Mine's not good.
I did have one last time when we drove. That was that 2 weekends ago, whatever. When it was just super icy.
Yeah.
I had one road I could not get up. I mean, impossible to get up this one road.
Was it downtown?
So it was over. I was over by Diamond and just opposite the Leonard from where you used to live.
Okay.
And there's that one road.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. And I couldn't even stop for them because their house was downhill, and I couldn't. I slid down the road.
Awesome. So what'd you do? Like
I just when
I'd slide down and be like,
when I
cancel.
When I finally came to a stop, I was like, I'm down here and I'm not coming up. So they walked down to me and they were like falling like crazy on their asses.
Oh my gosh!
I would have just canceled and drove away.
That's why, like,
it was only about a house, but it was.
When winter gets real bad, like I already don't like to go into the Black Hills anyways because it's not a nice neighborhood, but those hills are no joke.
No.
They are so steep.
And
I will not go in the winter.
And unfortunately, in the city of Grand Rapids, they do zero salting on side streets.
Yeah.
Like they'll plow the main roads, but you'd be like, "Oh, the roads are fine." You go in the city of Grand Rapids on a residential, you're like, "I'm going to die."
or Michigan, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
We still have a few cobblestone roads left too.
Unfortunately,
and they also get very slippery.
Yeah, it is pretty. There are some nasty hills off of Godfrey.
Yes.
Is that the Black Hills or not? I don't know where the Black
that
Hills.
kind of gets the Black Hills. Granville goes through, but yeah, Godfrey.
Yeah.
Where that old factory is.
Yes.
I think they do raves. All those hills going up are insanity.
Yeah.
They are so steep.
Like the houses were built into the
right.
hill.
And there's one of them that goes up and it curves really intensely. It's a long, big old curvy. It's a nightmare.
Why you would want to live on that? So
because you get a house for $30,000 down
true.
there. That's why.
So I experienced this. Looks like Friday, December 27 at 6:42 a.m. I was going to pick up Bill, and I'm waiting, and I get a notice for him. He goes, "I'm not sure why, but I guess they sent 2 Ubers. I just received a notification that you were there, but I already got picked up." How does this happen?
It doesn't. He got in the wrong car.
You think?
Yes.
No, this was like a morning run to work. Like, this was not a bar run. It's 6:42 in the a.m.
I don't know. It just seems like he got in the wrong car.
I think, well, why would he? It's in a neighborhood. I know where this guy lives. I picked him up before.
That or...
I think Uber sent 2 cars. It was a scheduled ride.
It's possible. Or he ordered a ride on Lyft also and didn't want to pay the cancellation fee, so he wanted it to look like Uber's fault.
That is possible. You're right. I never thought about that. It was maybe he orders both because, he's got to get to work and whoever's closest. And then, what are you smiling about?
That photo was supposed to be deleted. Ben took it out of the lineup and you weren't reading the lineup.
What do you mean?
It said, delete this one. And then he put, or not.
Well, he deleted it just now.
Yes. 10 minutes and he
ago.
thought you were
why
going to
are
be paying
you deleting
attention.
stuff?
Because it's 10:30.
Hey, Ben, if you're going to do that, why don't you let me know, like, via Telegram or something? Like, what the hell?
Let's just keep going.
Apparently, Ben's deleting stuff without telling the person that runs stuff. Well, it's true. If I would have known.
I thought maybe the person running stuff was watching the lineup.
Okay. Do you guys want a room? I mean...
All right, let's keep going.
Well, tell us about your... Wow.
I turned your mic off.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to...
Petty as shit.
Yeah.
Claymore. This is Ben. Oh, shit, I got to turn it back on. It's your turn.
Gee, thanks. Now I can talk and hear myself. This was something else.
It is something
What are
else.
you thinking? This lady decided to put sorry, not a lady. Omar, I'm assuming is a male. I made my steering wheel full of
this photo. Anyways, keep going.
I made my steering wheel full of cleansing energy. Now every time I drive, I vibe up and my car gets a love charge as well. I'm doing my entire car interior with crystals, including on his steering wheel where the airbag is.
I'm going to be honest with you. That car looks so old. I don't think there's an airbag in there.
I don't know. Maybe.
But I mean, again, if you get into an accident and your head goes forward, you're going into a face full of rocks.
Well, he's got the rocks on there, so he's not going the crystals. He's not going to get hurt. That's probably the only reason why.
It
you just
probably
turned your
didn't even
airbag
occur.
into a claymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what a claymore is?
Yes.
What is it?
I can't describe it, but I've seen one.
It's a medieval
seen
weapon.
one?
Yes.
No,
like
it's
in
not.
TV shows.
What do you mean it's not?
Claymore is not a medieval weapon.
No.
Google it.
It's a mine.
Yeah. Have you played Call of Duty before?
No,
It's
I
when they
have not.
put it's like a box with like wire or like prongs on it, and you like stick it in the ground.
I'm gonna fact check you though. Sam's
claymore?
not wrong.
About what?
Or no, it was Jesper who said it was medieval.
Yeah. That's what it is to
Oh,
me. Yes.
well, of course, Jesper. He goes to medieval festivals, so
That's what I thought it was too.
okay,
I didn't see how this really applied to it, but I was like, whatever.
fair enough.
Claymore mines.
Yeah,
are
that's what I was
what they're
thinking.
talking about.
I'm not as
But
cultured
no,
as Jesper.
it's
So, there you go.
know, obviously not a medieval weapon. I'm sorry.
It is also. Yes.
All right,
Anyway.
so let's keep going. I'm not sure what we're doing here. Ben's made some changes, so we're gonna jump into the Patreon now. Again, this is like super awesome if you join, and we had like what 3 people in December.
Yeah,
Four?
I think.
We have
Dang.
6 Patreons now.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Pretty
guys.
awesome.
And you know, Sam and I are doing the Gigapotamus gig economy podcast regularly now, and then you get to hear. Why is there no music? It's not playing.
It's okay.
Weird.
This is the new board.
Yeah, just blame me. Don't blame the board. But yeah, check it out. If you go to grrideshare.com or no. Patreon.com/grrideshare. You can check it out. After 2 months,
If
you
you're
get
a Patreon.
Yeah. Well, you can check it out
Oh, yeah.
and see
sign up to
and
be.
sign
Yeah.
up. That's where you can sign up. So, but yeah, we appreciate everyone that's part of that. We work hard to provide the content, and all this stuff does cost money. So, thank you for
And
that.
as you were saying, after 2 months, you get a pretty cool hat. too.
Yes, either the
Yes, sir.
regular logo or the podcast logo.
As
so.
long as you don't have an extra large head like mine.
You
Because
still get a hat.
My head's pretty big too. I mean that hat. I mean it's fine. It fits. Don't worry about it. Anyways, so what's up? Who we doing? What we doing?
The creepy dude.
I'm gonna do creepy dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Creepy dude.
Bear with me. There you go.
Oh, you got rid of the comments. Oh, there you go. There's some of them are there. I can't see them in the lineup.
No, I didn't. I didn't delete anything. I just posted whatever Ben sent me.
Yeah, I mean, the ad that Uber chose, so this is on the ladies page. I mean, this dude does look like a total creep. Like, who passed this? A group of dudes passed this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you that. That's what happened.
Well,
no woman would be like, oh, that dude doesn't look creepy.
Well, here's the problem. He didn't smile with his teeth. So that
Right.
makes it even creepier. It's
That's
like,
probably what does it. And
Yeah.
it's
like normally when you smile with your
right.
teeth.
And it's just and the ladies they gave it to this picture hard. The comment section had me dying.
Yeah, the comments are usually the best part of all this
They
stuff.
were. Is that
One says, "I vote him most likely to dig a shallow grave before dawn."
right? And then of course someone's like, he's probably a nice dude.
I'm sure he is, but
this picture makes him look like a creep.
Not look
so
nice.
No.
Not at all.
that is strange. Not a good job. All right, what's up next?
We are going to the Bob pickup. I thought this was really interesting.
I didn't.
Da Bob.
You didn't. I thought it was.
I've seen it. Oh, it's been there for a little while now.
Gosh.
Almost no passengers select the Ottawa side pickup, and even when they do, they still won't walk around.
I honestly just look for where they are, where
Yeah,
they
on
drop
the
the pin.
pin.
If they drop the pin on Monroe side, I send them the text. If they drop down on Ottawa, I don't communicate, and I just go pick them up. So
yeah, so for those of you not in the Grand Rapids market, the Bob is notoriously one of the worst pickups you could ever get. And that is because there is virtually no loading zone in front of this bar, and it's a 2-lane road. So what ends up happening is rideshare drivers park in a lane of travel that they're not supposed to park in.
And then sometimes they double park in the other lane of travel. Yes. And you have to drive down the center lane to get around them.
So needless to say, this is a hot spot for handing out tickets if you are part of the police. So to combat that, it looks
not
like...
hot enough.
Yeah. It looks like Uber is now sending passengers to whatever entrance is most convenient. So I got this request the other night, and it said to meet them on Ottawa Avenue. And sure enough, they were waiting for me on Ottawa Avenue.
That's a good job that you saw that, because it's always busy. I don't ever notice that stuff.
Yeah,
but.
when the request comes up to alert you that it's coming in, it'll even say from there the Monroe side or the Ottawa side.
Oh,
yeah.
But isn't that a fairly new thing, though? It didn't used to do that.
No,
yeah, it's
that's
been
why
like a month.
That's why you brought it up. That's why we're talking about it.
I've never seen it until now, but apparently Sam's had it for a month. So
I've seen it a few
she's
times,
just so observant.
Well, we talk about the Bob. I know people that listen to the podcast that don't know Grand Rapids are like, I hear about this Bob in York Creek all the time. But the Bob, it highlights people that pick up in the middle of the street. It can be in your city too. It can be in Cincinnati and wherever. Just try your best to not do it. I know sometimes, I mean, there's no excuse for the main roads. Like on Fulton or the busy roads, there's no excuse. You tell your passengers, this is what it is. If they don't like it, cancel. Some of the smaller roads, like, I have a question for you guys, and I'm probably going to be in trouble for this, but on Division, do you park on the street to pick up at Rumors or Rockwell?
Absolutely, I do.
In the turn lane.
I
pull into the
parking
lot.
I try if I can that little...
It never fails. There's
someone
8
coming
drunk
out.
dudes standing in the driveway, so you can't get into the parking lot. I've tried to turn around in the parking lot, and they won't move. They just look at you like, well, I'm having a cigarette, so you're not going to turn around.
Right. It's like they own the parking lot.
I just pull up in front of the Rubens. Right.
I do too.
I'm coming from the other direction though.
Oh yeah.
So I have to turn around.
I purposely take a different route so that I can.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I do. You don't do that?
Not always.
I actually go a different way.
The only time I try to do that is if I'm going to the back 40, so I want to be on Ionia.
Yeah.
And then I'll do it.
I'll do a U right in front of you. I don't care.
I know you will. 16
do
lanes of traffic on Division.
I do U's too, just generally not on Division.
No, I don't either.
I do it in front of the tin can too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one's okay.
That's you have to.
Oh, for sure.
And Founders, I do a UE in front of Founders all the time.
And passengers love it when we
Yes,
do
they
UE.
do.
I always
love
ask
it.
for permission. I'm
Oh,
like, hey, I'm
really?
just gonna. Yeah. Isn't that crazy for me? I always say, hey, or no, I don't ask for permission. I say, hey, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna do a UE. I just let them know. I don't ask for permission.
Most people just get excited. They're like, oh yeah, she's not wasting our time or hers. Like, let's go.
So, have you ever had passengers where you're going, like, you want to drop them off on the right side Division, so you take a different route, right? So you don't have to do the UE, and they say to you, hey, you're.
Yes, they were like, oh, you're going the wrong way.
And
But no, I just want to drop you on the other side.
And then they go, oh, that's nice. They feel like an idiot after you do that. I'm like, I'm a professional here. Like, I know what I'm doing. So that's interesting.
They like doing when I do the U. They say, "Whoa, he's a pro."
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
Let me rephrase that. I don't ask for permission. I just let them know. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is my favorite picture. If you've held on to the stream this long, I know we've gotten in the weeds a little bit, but I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, I'm glad I shared that.
Yeah, I am too.
Seriously.
I here it is. I'm just gonna let it breathe a little bit.
I gave it to Jason because I knew his commentary would probably be the best.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna let it breathe. Tell me what's wrong.
Air
with this.
it out.
Just air it out a little bit. Let the stream read the picture, and kind of be like, why does it say on their Facebook? See original Danish. Did you talk in Danish?
What? This
so weird.
My sister joined.
Oh, okay.
And
but if you look,
it says Heisa, which means hello.
That's cool. Oh, sorry. I was just thrown off by that a little bit. So, what does this picture say to you?
What does it say to you?
Do you want to know what it says to me? So, for the people that are listening on the podcast, this is a lift picture, and oh man, this is gonna be rough.
You want me to just say it?
No, I'll say it. I'm just like, so it's Hugh G. Rection. He got this name past the lift. It says Hugh, middle name G period, last name Erection. Huge erection. I'm sorry. That is the best.
And slide to pick up.
There was some real mixed feelings on this one. There was a lot of ladies who thought it was hilarious.
You got this from the ladies group?
Page. And there were some women who were like, that is so disrespectful. It's perverted. It's disgusting. They should be kicked off the platform. That's not acceptable. And I'm like, girls, just chill out. That is not sexual harassment.
No.
It is a joke.
Yeah. It's like Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Oh.
What?
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Amanda. Oh. Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay.
We were waiting for you.
Was I the last one to get it?
But
no, it's hilarious. And honestly, if you're offended by that, you probably shouldn't be driving rideshare.
No, and honestly, Pete is like, yeah, I went canceled. I would have picked it up just to see how it played out.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity alone.
I would have picked it up.
I would have called him out for it.
No, I would have picked him up. He would have got in the car. I would have gave him a high five, and then I would have canceled the ride.
No, I would have called him out for it immediately and made him so embarrassed. Because if a woman picked him up, he probably would be a little embarrassed about it.
I feel like if you're going to put that on there, you don't care.
You might not
have no
shame.
shame because women are going to,
That'd be a great one
drive.
for somebody like an older lady to pick up, like a real old lady, and
That
have to
doesn't get it.
explain that to like a grandma.
Well, like she doesn't get it. And
See what I just said.
Or she
Hello,
does.
you.
Yeah.
Hi, you. How are you tonight?
Or she does get it, and your grandma's like looking down on you for being a pervert.
Yeah, that's true. It's so
Misdirection.
funny. I think it's hilarious. So, one thing I want to talk about real quick is I was looking at our stats recently, and we have a huge following in Washington.
Do you know where Washington is?
Is Oregon in Washington? I knew that was coming.
What end of the country is it on?
It is on the West Coast.
Good job.
So I know that much.
Wait,
it's north of
that's
Oregon.
the West Coast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's Washington State.
If you didn't know that, Jesper, I wouldn't give you a hard time.
Because you're not
from here.
He's been here like 28 years.
But he never had a U.S. geography course.
19. How do you know that? I had geography in school.
Not
U.S.
a US
geography?
one.
Of course, it's part of the globe. It is.
You do not learn U.S. geography in Denmark.
Do you know a lot of countries do, like, they teach them English and they're, like, we're the only country that doesn't learn the multiple.
I just didn't think that geography would be a part of that.
I'm sure they breezed over it.
Why not?
Because why do you need to know where Idaho is?
I mean...
Why do you need to know where Idaho is?
Because I live here.
So
well,
what?
why do you need to know? I only know if someone downloads our podcast and I'm like, oh, that's where Idaho is. Anyways, I'm giving you a shout out to all the Washington listeners in the Tri-Cities because it turned out to be like December, like our biggest market. Maybe it was a market that just started becoming available for stats and it's always been there. But if anyone's from Washington and that could send us an email or something.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. We gotta
Ben's not listening to us.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's on his phone.
He gave up.
I think for future podcasts, this is way too many. I think we need to trim this down to like 15.
Yep.
I mean, 25 pages is just a lot.
I think that's our biggest ever. So,
next one was just interesting.
No, this
is
is more important than the huge erection. So go ahead, Jesper.
So it was actually, and I didn't know this, right? But the minimum age requirement to be a driver for Lyft in Michigan
and Uber, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you would think so, right?
Uber's 21.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is the thing is here is it is Kalamazoo, Lansing, and Midland. You have to be 21. Mm-hmm. All other areas you have to be 25.
How old is Aaron?
He's
not
under 25.
So according to Lyft's page, I actually looked it up and went the actual requirements from Lyft. In Ann Arbor, Detroit, Flint, Grand Rapids, Jackson, Northern Michigan, Saginaw, and the UP, you have to be 25.
And Grand Rapids is one of them?
I think it's a new requirement. I'm surprised he didn't get kicked off.
Yeah, I'd be curious. That's true. I think it is new because this guy posted just a couple days ago.
All other areas, you must be 21.
I wonder what... So even if his home market was different, it wouldn't be Kalamazoo, Lansing, or Midland.
But I do agree with Ben. I can't help but think that it's got to be restrictions put in place by the townships and
No, I think it's because their new insurance in Michigan
Yeah.
is Geico.
Oh,
or
Yes.
Allstate.
right.
Yeah,
I
it's the
think
insurance.
James River is
probably
out,
the
and
insurance
Allstate
thing.
started
Yeah.
on January 1st.
Yeah.
I think it's Allstate. Is that right? Am I right about that?
I don't know which company
But
it
it's
is.
a new company, and I bet you that's why they're
Yes,
like, you
I
know
bet
what?
you it is.
This is.
Because your 25-year-old drivers are just better, more experienced drivers than your
Yep.
21-year-old ones.
Can you imagine having a 21-year-old Uber you around? I mean, how stressful can it get when you drive sometimes?
People have Aaron drive them around,
Yeah, but he's responsible.
but he's still he's like
23.
21 or 22.
He's older than that. I think he's like he's
a
almost
baby.
graduating college.
Okay, so 22.
Yeah. Right.
That's scary. Well, we trust
It
Aaron.
is.
He's a good guy.
He is. I mean,
But I guess
for all kids his age, like he's one of the better ones to be doing it.
yeah, I just look at the amount of miles I've driven in my life compared to so that would be if he's 21, so that would be he's been driving for 5 years.
Yeah.
And probably not very much in the first 3.
And that's even a maybe,
Yeah.
assuming he got his license at 16. I mean,
Yeah, is there a requirement if you have to have your license for a year or
I
something?
think it's like 3. You have to have had your license for at least 3 years to do it. So
Interesting.
yeah, if you're 45 and you're getting your license for the first time, you cannot be an Uber driver right away.
Interesting.
and Austin says, but you can get a CDL as 18.
Right.
'Cause that makes sense.
Yep.
All right, Sam, let's do the tip time and then wrap this biatch up.
All right, so one thing you guys should know about your taxes is that one of your tax write-offs is tax prep fees. So if you do decide to go to a professional like Dunham, you can whatever she charges you, you can write off, and
Which she will know, by the way.
She'll
Yes.
probably do it automatically.
Exactly.
But
yeah, if you do pay for something such as TurboTax, which you shouldn't have to pay for because Lyft will give it to you for free.
Yep.
If you are a Lyft driver, sorry, Jesper.
I think Uber does too, don't
I
they?
don't
I haven't
know.
seen it from Uber
Also,
yet.
No.
also don't care. TurboTax sucks.
I don't mind it, but
Ben?
yes, you can get
I'm a fan.
TurboTax self-employed for free if you are a Lyft driver. But if you do pay for it for whatever reason, you get to write off that charge as one of your tax deductions. And if you use a software like that, they're going to include it for you. They're going to take care of it.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Remember, there's a ton of other deductions,
Oh.
okay? And that's why you want to use a professional, because they know all these deductions that you can take.
Yeah, they're yeah. I mean, they're gonna
It's all the questions you do not know to ask.
yeah,
They will know those questions.
Yes.
for sure. So we're gonna jump into our social media shenanigans. Basically, this is what we've kind of. Yeah, there's more. I know. There's more.
But it's almost over.
I mean, honestly, we're only at 146. We've had a 154 podcast before, so this isn't.
We're almost over, guys. Hang in
See,
there
I
with
saw a lot of pictures, and I thought we would just
Yeah,
talk about a picture quick and move on. but
Jesper
we
and I
didn't.
talked about that before the podcast too. But for some reason, we just get into rabbit holes.
But, and there's nothing wrong with that, though, because people
No.
like that.
Yeah,
People
no,
like that.
we're like having a meeting on air here. So where we are, we're doing
AirPods.
AirPods. Sorry, I didn't put these in order. So this one, it's just kind of a nice story. I found this on Reddit. That's a gold mine for stuff, guys. If you are ever bored, Reddit, it's nice.
I know. You send me things from Reddit all the time.
I send Sam cat memes
Yes.
or cat videos.
All
It's
the
my
time.
favorite. I'm like,
Private message.
yeah. I say, Sam, you will love this.
I'm jealous. You don't send me cat memes.
You want cat memes?
No.
What kind of memes would you like? I will find them.
Huge erection.
Oh,
Kings of Leon.
Did you guys hear that? Ben wants penis pictures. Send them to
All right,
Ben
guys.
at crocker@gmail.com.
Yep, dick pics galore. Oh God!
Hope you got a good spin.
Called it out.
Hope you
Or
got a
like
good
one of those BuzzFeed articles where it's things that look like penises that definitely aren't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know he's going to get him now,
He
right?
won't get one. Maybe one. So
Nobody knows how to spell my last name, so I'm safe.
That's true. So this is a
Cracker.
Don't go there.
Ben Cracker. Yeah, Cracker.
Okay.
CKRP2.
There you go.
So, can I read this? See, this is why it goes long. Like, we're all making dick jokes. Okay. Before everybody starts dissing me, please stop. It's been a long, tiring day. I don't know why I read that. So, my son and I recently picked up Okay, I'm reading what they type, so bear with me. So my son and I recently picked up daughter. His birthday, I got him some AirPods. After I dropped him off at my home, I started the app and started driving. Then he texted me that he left his AirPods in the car. So his kid left his AirPods in the car, and he's going out to drive. I searched, but I can't find it. I know it's our fault in the whole 9 yards. I think a rider stole it. I only did 2 trips, so it would be fairly easy to track who it was. Will Uber help me locating or reimbursing it? It's a far stretch, but any info helps, please. And then someone says, sorry, man, but there's no shot. He goes, a lot has happened in the OP said this, the last 3 minutes. We got a call from the hub saying it was turned in by one of the riders. So apparently the boyfriend found it and the girl stole it. And he turned it in. So it's kind of nice. Like, he turned that in. Like, he could have taken that and no one I know.
Is this anything like Opa?
Ope.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Ope.
It's Ope.
It's Ope.
Okay.
Ope.
Okay. Oh, you do it. You do it.
Ope is a Michigan term that is utilized when you bump into somebody. It's sorry, I didn't see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Or if there's something extremely sudden or funny, like, I didn't know he was gonna say that.
Like G-rated. Oh shit.
Yeah,
basically.
So I wonder if for any of the Michigan people, I say it like this, like,
Yep, that's the Ope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Michiganders are the only ones that do that.
And I didn't know that. Ben, when you type it out, it's, let's see.
OPE.
OPE.
Jason thought I was using some, like, slang or something.
Yeah. No. It's just a sound you've made your whole life and never realized you said it until a foreigner calls you out for it.
Well,
it's true.
How did you
did not call you out.
No, I mean, like, in general, I wasn't talking about you. And like by foreigner, I mean anybody not from Michigan.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, Peter's talking about OP is from like Reddit original poster, but no.
Yes.
Okay, Boomer. What did you describe it as? Like, you're saying whoops? Whoops.
It's kind of a whoops. It's like an apologetic whoops.
Yeah, I feel like there's so many different.
Yeah, we use it a few different ways, but.
All right, who's up next?
I am.
Good luck. Are you gonna read this?
No,
You're gonna
I'm
summarize?
going to sum this up.
Okay, hold on. Okay, good.
It'll take me too long to read it. So effectively, this lady picked somebody up at the ER who apparently wasn't mentally all there. They were a little crazy.
Yeah.
Real crazy. And she was like, I don't want to go home. And the hospital ordered this ride, or somebody who works at the hospital. And
that, first of all, shame on them. If she's mentally unstable,
right, they should not have put her in someone else's car. They didn't want her to be their problem anymore. That's what it came down to. And she didn't want to go home, so the lady called the person who ordered it. It's like, hey, can I change the location to the airport? She wants to go to the airport. So whatever they do, I think he wants a drink. I don't know.
Just ignore him. I'll figure it out.
And so she eventually gets permission. She takes them to the airport, and then this lady freaks out. It's the wrong airport. She doesn't want to go there. She ends up having to get security to get this lady. Like, she gets out of the car, to get hold of security. They end up restraining her, and she goes back to jail, which maybe she can get some help. I don't know, but I just could not imagine that. Like, having someone who literally lost their shit in the back of my car and having to deal with it.
All 4 of us have been relatively lucky when it comes to that stuff, but that's scary because, man.
I wasn't. Yeah, I'll go there. The only passenger I had that lost his shit was one that
you drove for free.
Yeah, I kind of invited him into my car.
But that was pretty crazy. Now that you say that, it all started with one of the bouncers pushed him down the stairs.
Which that still
actually
doing.
happened last weekend. Yeah. I saw it.
Yeah. Really?
They came out too, and he wasn't even that drunk. These 2 guys, huge guys, bigger than you, right, Jason?
They're massive.
And massive. They come out and they just drag this guy out and they throw him down the stairs.
Literally throw people downstairs at the bottom.
Why do they still... I would sue the shit out of him. Like, you don't need to throw me. You can pick me up.
Yeah.
Right.
They literally throw people down the stairs.
Yeah.
So I saw that happen one time.
Which you would think with the bad press the Bob has gotten about stairs in the past.
People have died on their
falling off
stairs.
of their stairs. Regular occasion.
But anyway, so yeah, I did have a batshit crazy guy who was high and drunk, and I told him to get in my car.
Ben is such a
good Samaritan.
He is a soft-hearted, and he stepped in, and you probably saved that guy from other harm.
He was going to fight the bouncer,
or he's going to go into another
lose fighting to the bouncer,
or he was going to go into another bar, or fight somebody on the street.
Right.
So I looked at him and I said, "You," and I made eye contact like a dad would, and I said, "Get down here now." And then he starts coming toward me, and I'm like, "Oh shit, what do I do?"
Yeah.
Well, now you've laid your.
Now
bed,
you're bringing him home.
Well, you took him home.
You know, when we talk about though, actually, Palka brought this guy home the other day, who I've brought home before, and I did pick him up at the hospital. He ordered his own ride, but he, as I found out in the car, he had just gotten released from like a psych hold. And he was weird, like not dangerous. I didn't feel unsafe with him. He was just real weird, like how he had millions of dollars, but his family was trying to take it from him. Like his mom had died, and he had issues with his dad, and I mean, just went on. He's like, "I'm going to tip you so big." Go on and on and on. He gave me like a $4 tip, but like he just was odd.
Yeah.
Like I gave him a 1 star. I didn't want to pick him back up again.
Yeah, that is it's tough. Like they just need a ride, but man, that's
and
dangerous.
like he couldn't sit in the back seat because he had like physical problems.
Oh, that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, like something was wrong with his hip, so he couldn't bend his legs all the way.
Oh man.
So why would
in the front seat he could push the seat back all the way? That's what we had to do.
Oh.
Yeah, and like one side of his body he couldn't really like use his arm very well. Like, I had to open the door to help him get in the
I
car.
would have just said lay down on the bench.
He wouldn't have fit. He was too tall.
Anyways. All right, this is Ben's shenanigans. I don't know what this is, but
this is a friend of mine on Facebook. I probably should have blurred out his name. Sorry, buddy. But this guy is over 7 foot tall.
Your friend is?
Yeah, this is my friend. And yeah, you stand next to him, and I feel really small. But his Uber driver wanted to take a picture of him with his new car, which is an SUV. So
like he's towering over this SUV.
Towering over this SUV. It's just hilarious. So speaking of people who are tall,
yeah,
I mean that's just crazy. I can't imagine trying to fit into a car.
Yeah.
Didn't you have somebody in your car
well,
that was like
I was gonna say,
tall?
if you wanted me to share that story, it's usually the fun story I share. So when I started out driving first, I drove in my little Mazda 3 hatchback, which is a tiny car. And one time, the New York Knicks B team was in town playing the drive, and I picked out three foot, well, probably 7'3" black guys down at B-Dubs, and I put them all in my little Mazda 3.
You did?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Yes, Pete, it is a compact. You used to be able to get away with compacts.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't anymore.
Correct. I had my first puker in the back of that car.
Yeah. Well, I had drove with my Fiesta, and that was a tiny little car.
They were really cool about it. They gave me a pretty cool, pretty big tip in cash, because that was a time when there was no tipping on the on the app. And I only took him like 2. It was from B-Dubs downtown, just up over the highway to, at the time the hotel was called Days Inn.
Yeah.
So right there, yep.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I don't know how those guys even drive like their regular cars.
Right. But sometimes like really tall dudes will order an XL, even though there's only 2 of them, because they want a bigger car. And then
that was before comfort.
And people are so disappointed when they see my car. They're like, "Oh, this is an XL." I was like, "Yep, sure is, buddy."
Yeah, so shut up and get in.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right, so we have one more. And we're
One
done.
more.
And
So
this is one of the best ones.
This is a pretty cool one. So it's a story from Suzanne, another driver from our market, and she goes, "Most times you have to go with the flow. It comes with experience." Male passenger asks, "So, are your breasts real?" Me? No, but my penis is. Shut him off real quick.
I mean, that's classic.
It
I
is.
mean,
It's just-
That was
That's
amazing.
the response that men deserve when they ask.
Yeah,
I know,
questions
right?
Like that.
Seriously.
Why, I mean, my first comment when I saw this was just, why are men so stupid? Right?
Yeah.
'Cause we just are.
yeah.
And it was just, I had to bring it up. It was just,
It's
No,
a
it's
perfect
great.
response.
I know it is.
Right. Well,
So
guys,
good job, Suzanne.
thank you so much for joining us. I know it was a long one tonight. And that's what she said.
No. Almost
I don't
never.
think anybody-
Direction.
That guy is hilarious. But
Anyways.
I want to thank Irvine's Auto Repair for sponsoring the studio, and then of course Dunham Accounting. Please don't use TurboTax. But you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Please download the podcast. You know, just search GR Rideshare Adventures, and
Yep.
we will see you in a couple weeks. Now I got to figure out how to end all these live streams.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yep. Thank you. Just give me a minute here.